Flash, healing back. He does have the peace of mind of at least having that trip, but now that deep TP. Chichu high committing now up towards that heaven angle. Cuts this one up. Blows nose to retreat.
They've broken the trip behind.
First, let's go.
They're very aware. Still, Chichu to find a kill here would be absolutely everything, but just trying to exit cleanly. He's barely there, but the Cosmic Divide now going to be cutting this one up. It will force the issue for EDG.
Tiba-tiba ini ya.
Not ideal positions in terms of the post plan. We're going to see that flash forwards along the fast lane this time. It glides, and this time not ready at all. Spike with two eviscerated at a moment's notice. Moving forwards, spotting them out. It's spun through the smoke. Pinpoint accuracy off that mini map. Leviousa out of their seats.
That's how they drew it up. A failure of the execution last time. But here, even Chishu's power.
Wis bener lebih lambat ya? Sama aja deh kemarin. Sabar.
Hops on that ledge, slide into the smoke. And honestly, it's like EDG had no idea what the game plan was. It's the most common way for Neons to be able to retake on the A site. And I think you're just seeing EDG are out of their depth on Haven.
They're drowning right now.
Weh, masa Leviathan sih EDG dong? Anjing tak bantai EDG, Cok.
No signs of a lifeline.
EDG aku nggak jadi bersih-bersih nih anjing. Aku kira jam 9, Cok, lupa anjir ganti jadwal.
It's early days. EDG will have
aku di YouTube kayak delay lama, Cok lihat ini round ini detiknya sama nggak detik ini ya? Aku coba cepet ini. Tuh, 29, 28. Mana kok sama Bang ada Sinona di YouTube sama ya sih kan? 22, 21, 20. What the fuck?
It's not giving him a chance. How has he hit that? It's just absurd.
Oh my god. I mean the miss on the first op shot.
The immediate snap to the side.
53.
What can you do from a spot like this?
59. Wih, kamu lambat banget tuh 59. 55.
One more round left to play for in this half.
EDG's idea in this round was to try to lure them in. Lure them into the mid push, see if you can fight them. Oh! Even in slow-mo, that's going to look ridiculous.
That's filthy.
God, he's good.
Oh, delay. Aku nggak bikin delay loh padahal.
EDG forced up to try to make something happen in the previous round. They've got that max loss bonus. I think that's obvious. They're down 7 in a row. Last chance to do anything on the attack half. Smoggy finally has that ult back up again. What is the purpose of this comp? We still haven't seen the ideas from EDG. They start to take some
delay sama streammu kayaknya ya. Aku buat ini padahal.
We'll see it. They're gearing up potentially for the exec into B. He's just biding his time, waiting for it, and there it is. Lane's going to be propped up. Trip still needs to be dealt with, though. That's going to be triggering. They don't get onto it in time. Slowing them down and barely an angle, window of opportunity for Neon to potentially strike.
Smoggy's ultimate has got to counteract the Leviathan retake, but Lev have been so good at faking the retake, drawing it out, and then hitting the punish.
Very patient so far.
Iya, bener kok.
Scattered to the winds of the Leviathan players are.
Calling.
See the overdrive popped off, and that's triggering the showstopper immediately. Bits and pieces, signs of util. Stun's going to be ricocheting off into the corner.
Yang ke grand final.
Move forward, so Leon is just holding this one. Close, tight as anything, but
kok fit sih left.
Last two players now noted. Spammed and sprayed.
Kena bantai deh, Cok. Ini map siapa sih? Leviathan sih.
Incomplete control.
Satu ini orang kalider. Orang ini dia. Orang mana ya? Pokoknya dia nggak beda region. Masih satu region. Gua EDG sih, EDG. Let's go EDG.
Really is. Basking in it. The roar of the crowd. It's an unreal start here for Leviathan. Absolutely best thing they could have possibly hoped for. For now, though, we're going to be sending it down to Frankie. She's standing by with Sliggy and a new co-stream. I'm sure it's a familiar face that we'll all probably recognize.
I have squeezed in between Sliggy and my boss. It's Leo Ferrier, aka the global head of Valorant Esports. Leo, you finally made it to London and just in time for a banger match.
Oh yeah, we're here. We're happy. I'm also.
Tolong Bang Global Head, banyak bug, please fix that shit, bro.
We're always happy to have Sliggy here. Is Leo behaving himself?
Oh yeah, he's behaving himself. I was trying to get some leaks out, trying to ask about maps changing. He's giving me nothing.
I was going to say, also, is he a little bit biased because we've got a load of Brazilians on stage?
Yeah, he's trying to. I can see him throwing out a few.
Aku
fake
liputan
cheers
karena
here and
blab-blab,
there. He's a
blub-blub.
little biased today, a little biased.
Just a little bit. I mean, the storylines, Leo, though. The fact that we've got EDG rising again, PRX not wanting to go for second, again trying to go for first, put Santiago behind them. And now, obviously, Leviathan as well, the 4 rookies and the King.
Game
What's been your
decoding AI
favourite?
ini betul.
Look, it's been awesome. I think again we've been blessed with one team from each league and the top 4. You know that has happened many times, and here again.
Yang magangnya magaran. Oh, yang
Honestly,
ntar
just Chinese teams doing
DC,
well
Bang.
helps with the momentum going to Champ Shanghai, right?
Kenapa,
It gives
Lin?
them confidence. It helps that community get
Halo?
excited, and yeah, I mean it's just Lev's on the run.
Apa lu
We're
ngetek-ngetek
all
gua?
in love with them, so good matches no matter what.
Can you manage our expectations around Shanghai? Anything you can let slip?
I can't leak anything, but I could tell you it's going to be completely insane because Valorant is on fire in China right now. We're going all out. You know, Champs is always the moment when we pull all the stops. So it's going to be probably one of the best events we've done ever.
I cannot wait. Guys, get back into Sliggy's stream. Thank you for letting me borrow him, okay, chat? Let's get back to the game.
The Chinese region has
Aku
already
pengen-
put
aku
people
pengen
on
ini,
notice
anjir.
with their performance at this event. Outperforming Pacific.
Aku pengen beli makan anjay, boleh nggak? Ini kalau aku tinggal kalian marah nggak? Atau kita pesan aja, jangan pesan nggak sih? Hemat duit gear.
But at the moment, this map is probably not where that begins.
Pesan aja.
Down 10 to 2.
Aku mau beli kopi juga, beli kopi, beli
Just
ini,
having
beli
fun
makan.
out there.
They really are.
Absolutely outclassing them.
Not feeling the nerves, the pressure of the stage whatsoever.
Aku tahu kalian pengen lihat aku yang ganteng ini kan, makanya kalau aku pergi kalian nggak pengen kan. Damn.
Too overzealous with it. They've shown good signs that they can temper in the middle of these rounds. Take pauses in the right places. Just like moments like this. Happy to contact all the way up, and now...
Abis ini dah, abis
Swinging
match ini
it,
lah
that's when the
kita
Utah
baru
fights forwards.
beres ya.
Jenny, again, you're going to be tasked with one
Abis
hell of a job
match,
here.
satu match,
There's no
satu match,
help
guys.
coming, none at all. You're going to have to anchor against the might of Leviathan, and a Serpent waiting to gobble you up. Chip down, just one smoke to play around, and reinforcements finally arriving. This is
Alah, kalah map dua dah.
Signs of life here from EDG, starting to float all the way back in, but they got to find some kills. But that came from straight
Kalau mau lihat cantik kemana? Ke Depok.
calling it coordination. It's good and online right now for EDG. Still forwards, lining up these players. Chip down to the bitter end. Oh, how does it go so wrong?
The pack of EDG whittled down, chipped down, showing the
Apa pakai
toes
wig?
in the dark at the
Pakai wing
end.
atau? Rambutku keren ya?
And Lev,
Rambutku keren ya? Rambutku keren, Cok.
this
Buset,
first
rambut aing
map,
keren, Cok. Abis bangun tidur keren ya?
absolutely dominant.
Damn.
Jenny,
I just realized my hair so good lah.
Does not look comfortable here.
One enemy remaining.
Completely overwhelmed
My
by
hair
the
look-
defensive util. Shishu forced to throw that smoke for him to try to anchor around. An acute idea, but they're not even going for the
Lagi bagus sama
force.
iya, rambutku lagi bagus banget. Kok bagus ya? Aku emang ngerasa gitu sih. Kenapa cowok itu kalau bangun tidur tuh nambah gantengnya anjir.
To close things out.
And it's walking, wading straight out into the open,
Jujur
risky
janggal.
business.
Aku lebih suka wajahku bangun tidur anjir. Kayak like rambut aku kayak bervolume
Dewang in
tiba-tiba.
particular, I mean, you're gonna feel like
Gue baru juga
him as an
pakai earphone
individual,
anjir.
potentially having to step
Ya
up
gue
and be the
ganteng
hero
juga
for
ya.
his team.
Lah gue emang ganteng,
honest,
Cok.
I think,
Lu
again,
ini gue emang
Force
ganteng
are
anjir,
almost
gila lu.
already beyond Pearl.
Yeah.
Siap.
It's a BO5.
Kan
You
gua
have
cowok
so
ya, nggak
many
mungkin
more
gua cantik,
opportunities
Cok.
to come back into it.
Nggak apa-apa.
The amount of mental
Jadi cowok
effort it would
cantik.
take to run this one back. The 1 in a billion scenario in which it happens. It's much more likely that you just focus all of your energy and your efforts on these later maps in the series.
Terus
Bang
sih ngeliat
NPD,
ada-
sorry dah.
Main
Sekali gue NPD nggak masalah nggak sih?
Especially if you give them such a boost of
Dia
confidence
NPD
early like
diajarin Bang
this.
Son kayaknya.
There weren't even rounds that really rattled
Satu
the
di
cage.
WWM banyak.
I mean,
Kah,
look at
maksudnya?
instances like this. Lev are so far in a lead. A lot of teams that take the foot off the gas a little bit. They
Nanti
start
semua
making
cowoknya itu
mistakes, but
WWM.
you forget that this is an owner team.
Usia.
Oh yeah.
And despite the fact
Apa
that
lu
you've
bilang
got
apa?
4
Bang
young
Ison kok jadi
players,
bobo Bang Alison sih?
they have a distilled level
Lu
of
apa?
discipline.
Kenapa Bang?
Diajarin Bang Son
Honed in
buat
Sato.
PD.
Buat PD. Percaya diri. Gak itu, Cok. NPD panjangannya gak itu anjing. Agak itu panjangannya tolol.
Apa sih? Kan make sense aja.
It feels like every time someone goes up against Lev, they try to
Lu
put the
joki
pressure
stream
on
gue
and
dulu
see
ya.
if they
Gue mau beli
crumble, see if
makan
they
sama
crack.
ini, Cok.
But they do have
Gue
discipline
mau
being
makan
played
sama
there. I mean, you're 12
beli
to
kopi.
a little 360. Who's that
Stream
hurting?
gitu.
Who's it hurting?
It's quite telling.
Tapi enggak sih, enggak jadi deh. Kayaknya
Last
segame,
time out,
kayaknya
EDG,
satu
it's
match
not
udah.
being taken.
Kelar satu match.
Exactly.
Udah mau
They're
kelar
gonna
ini.
head to pull.
Yakin gue.
Yeah. You don't get to save the timeout for
Lu
Pearl,
nggak lihat
but
aja
no.
tadi ronde
you get to
berapa
save
ya?
your mortal
Ada
hours of
gua
the
di
earth, I suppose.
Di Sobanya anjing dapat 3 apa tadi?
EDG, they have
Oke,
swapped
ulti
down
doang.
their defensive setup.
Ulti.
Jim was
Iya,
getting bullied
ulti,
on C
udah ulti
last time. We
doang.
saw them play Haven against Foot.
Keren banget tadi anjing.
He's moved his setups over
gitu.
towards A in these 2 big rounds that matter on
EDG
defense.
mati konyol mulu dari
Lever
tadi
not
tuh.
working with much here either. But anytime you've got Neon on
Bangsa
chamber,
mati lampu. Ini
He
gak
doesn't
sebandung
need a gun.
gak? Santero
you've
Bandung gak
already
nih gak
seen that
hidup-hidup?
shot earlier, blasting away nobody.
There's a Phenom just with the headhunter. Nobody potentially left guessing in terms of where these players could be. Only sort of one.
Again, not rushing things, looking to work the map.
Mana Jimmy?
King.
Tahu nih Jimmy nih.
Can be quite a methodical caller when he
Orang
doesn't
yang
have a set
nonton
strat
apa
that
yang
he
dukung
wants to run.
Leviathan malah gak nonton anjay.
Flash gets negative info as Neon tucks away from it over towards A. Would be a good
17
timing to
udah nggak
return back
imposter
to the
lagi.
A.
Iya,
But
anjir.
King doesn't fancy it.
Leviathan tuh nggak usah
Leading the
ditonton,
troops
bakal
over
menang
towards a B
juga.
finish instead.
Kagak anjir.
And EDG
Gila.
just have no information.
Dia personal, Cok, dari sama
Makes
satu
sense.
sama salah satu roster.
Vietnam trying to play towards the strengths
Dia
of
kalau
their
kalah dia nyalain si
weapon.
Blows
Faces
anjing.
Smoggy. He's gearing up. He's trying to really square up, and he has at least claimed the one life. Spike going down, but a big
Jadi
reveal.
Karibit Leviathan dulu gue. Oh, kalian Leviathan ya? Gue EDG, bro. Gue masih
All of that
ke
pressure,
EDG,
all of that
bro.
noise, he's heard it.
China
Scurrying
number
up
one,
next to
bro.
him, he's got full space
Lanjau.
and control over towards A. Calling for the movements. 17 seconds left. Setup needs to be broken.
Siapa itu ngomong?
Gua
Don't let there's
siapa
any
lagi?
real pushback here. King's being left as an insert as well.
Keren kan
Reclearance,
masuk.
tepid here,
Mau
but still.
lancar. Kaget.
Life claimed.
Good idea from EDG.
Ente.
Now we'll see.
Udah mulai kah?
Ya.
Dia
Siapa
udah
tuh?
menang.
Siapa tuh? Siris.
Ah, Rizky. Banyak banget nama dia.
Banyak apa namanya kan? Rizky, Verb. Siapa kemarin? Budi.
Asep.
Gua join voice dong. Join aja man, join man. Tapi lo tetap muncul di ini gue ya. Ya nggak boleh deh. Jadinya kalian
Kamu
pada
masih nge-stream ya?
Fending off
gue stream, gue
a fairly
nonton,
weak
gue
bonus
spati
from
gue
Lev.
bilang, Cok.
9 more
Kan tadi
chances
gue
to
tanyain
convert
ya
here
di
on
chat ya,
Haven.
nggak dibales ya.
Smoggy going
Terus
for
nggak sih?
a very aggressive approach to that.
Gua lock nih. Gua lock nih. Udah kalian nonton di gua aja. Ya, kalian nonton di gua. Udah, kalian nonton di gua aja udah. Jangan masuk voice. Nah. Teori kebalikan. Gak ada teori kebalikan, Cok. Bullshit anjir. Tai. Udah man, lu nonton di gua ya man, jangan masuk, Cok. Kalau lu masuk ntar lu nonton pribadi, Cok. Gua ngerti, Cok. Udah lu nonton gue nih.
Crazy play.
Crouching down. Seen him do this one in China. He's walking all the way up. Hold on, he's found it.
Nah, ini Cok, awal dari kancuran nih. Awal dari kancuran nih.
So nobody play for sure, but he's managed to find the goods. But
Nono ya.
potential to be punished here.
Nono ya.
Depends how deep he realizes.
Apa lipatan lu nih?
It's Sato already on it.
Anjing, nobody goblok,
A
Cok.
side now. There's the taking.
Ah,
King's
Kang.
gonna be plucked out of the picture. That was mid Astro form. There's no smokes now to play around. You're gonna see that offloaded early, but it's a walking one at that. Sato.
Emang share screen
not
di
gonna give
Discord?
anything
Enggak share
away.
screen juga sih.
Creeping up onto
Enggak
the
sih.
line, a bit of denial with a plan. Just from that nade, Sato's all the way
Pada
forward.
nonton masing-masing
Out,
juga.
but he's not got anything from it. It's good discipline.
Nonton
And a
gua.
punish on the spike, one step further, blows. Let's get a kill on the
Emang
Smoggy,
serunya
but
nonton tuh
2v3.
masing-masing, Cok. Cuman waktunya disamain.
Step up to all of it. There was a chance.
Oh my god.
But EDG
The
prevailed.
hell.
Another situation where they catch Lev.
Ih.
in
Berarti
some
guys, nih kalau mereka
uncomfortable
masih bisa ngelawan walaupun
positions.
dia
Going
ada
for the
kalah
solo
jauh nih ya.
playmaking.
Kalau masih bisa
Nobody with a
ngelawan
quite a nice
berapa
idea
round,
here,
berarti
actually,
ada
against the way
chance
that
buat
these
comeback,
chamber
Cok.
teams like
Berarti
to
mereka
control a
skillnya
lobby.
nggak yang ketinggalan jauh.
Good
anjing.
understanding of the angles. Then of course you get that push down mid
Tuh.
from Kang Kang. Catches King. You see the
Woi,
reaction
lihat.
there. Jump scared in the astral form.
Jangan please tambah lama
10
ntar.
chances down to 8.
Lah. Kan kamu bilang
And
ini,
Lev on an
sampai
eco.
ini.
Half
Subuh.
armor.
Loh kok kena anjing?
Tagged up though. He does have that outlaw.
Please smoke, please.
Feast here.
Wah.
Absolutely. With Neon going down.
Bro,
Good
kangkang
first
nih
kill,
bos.
still pressure
Aduh.
mounting. Coming out from the garage.
Jalur.
You can see Jenny attempting to
Nah.
have him outside, swinging by Smoggy
Nah.
right there. Where it
Alah,
counts,
Jan.
that is
Udah,
a
bismillah.
clean, almost clean sweep just to one player.
Cok, gua mau beli kopi sama makan, please udah nggak sih?
Stunting and stopping a bit of
Please kalah aja nggak sih, DG?
And starting to build up a bit of confidence of their own. These players getting the feel of the game now. We've been waiting for Kangkang to come online at London. He's had his moments, he's had his rounds, but he hasn't had a match yet where he has just taken over.
Dijokiin Will
And he
aja.
is completely
Kalian
capable
berdua
of it.
jokin nying.
Always has been. Every version of EDG that's turned up to these
Joki tapi
events.
nggak bisa baca komen dong. Banget ya.
And he's going to take his
Kayaknya
off
kalian ngobrol
over
aja
towards
dah.
A-Long with Jenny in
Biar nggak
behind.
terlalu nih tim
Good
gua.
chance, but a slide to the side, just dodging the bullet. Kangkang was for the wear.
Wah, ada OP nih. Comeback ah. Tadi nggak sih comeback?
Forced a pause into the step of the
2-10.
nobody. This is just
He's wild.
what is going on.
Ya tadi pagi cok di Lotus.
Seeker's not even pointing out a complete pitch. He's barely out of there.
He is one of my favorite players
Jenny
to
mirip
watch.
sama Kangkang, Jir. Bener kan? Iya kan? Real kan? Si Jenny mirip banget sama Kangkang, cok
He's
adeknya kali.
walking down C-Long.
Darah kali mereka.
I mean,
Darah
caution to
beda
the wind at
bapak
this
sama beda
point.
ibu.
You realize you have to take it one round at a time, and why not? But
Enggak
Neon,
cok, canda.
getting
Emang
the
mirip
grips
aja
of
udah
it.
orang Cina emang
Style
pada
of play of
mirip-mirip
EDG.
dia.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to make hero plays.
Aku jokin nobody
because
dulu
they're
biar
getting
di fightan cepat
outmatched
menang.
pound for pound in terms of the ideas, the teamwork.
Maksudnya
Nobody
biar
goes
cepat
a
kalah
little
gitu.
too far there, and that
The
puts
hell?
even more pressure on the rest of the pack.
12-14.
If Smoggy gets a
Nggak
kill
mungkin,
though,
Jir, lu
showstopper
gila dong.
online, there are chances. But surely Lev should be able to close this out.
Si Neon.
Their advantage
Neon.
now, 40 seconds. Drone not broken. Chichu's going to be spotted out there, and that forces the paranoia out early.
Ini first blood nih udah nih nobody kayaknya ini kalah deh.
Not much time to work
30
with
seconds
at
left.
all.
Kembalinya
They've just seen if they can cut
Kebeda,
noise entirely, but now making
kebeda.
their moves over towards this
Bantai,
B site. Spike in the back pocket of blows. Got to get down and get that plan online.
Nah, mati lagi kan tuh
Jenny
Jenny.
being caught again on this route is a massive advantage now, and Lev surely should be sailing away into Pearl. Deep push, Sano not punished. Spike's got his back.
Cok.
Smoggy,
Apa itu
he's got to
disitu
do it
dua?
all. It would have to be a 1v5. One for the ult, but he's not even being given the opportunity of a kill. Stun is good with the connection. Ult
Nah,
online, but that wrap
Gimana,
around
guys?
from Neon
6-7 kan. Teriak adik-adik.
sends us all the way to Pearl.
Absolute dominance from Lev. The most one-sided map that you should see in the series, but that will give a lot of confidence to this Americas team.
Aduh.
We're going to be stepping away, of course, up
betul.
next GP and the analyst desk. Breaking it all down. Do not go
Oh,
anywhere.
Bang
You don't want to
Salman.
miss it. It's a low bracket final.
Countingnya anjing.
Tired of off-season
Ada bumper
blues
nggak
once
sih?
champs is over?
Rizky?
Fear not, because
Ya,
Valorant
anjing
is
kangen
coming
lu,
to the
kenapa?
Esports Nations Cup, where players split from their clubs and compete for national pride. Will EMEA turn every round into a chess match? Is Brazil about to turn every map into ranked? Will Team USA ego peak every single
Tinggal
angle?
sendiri gini gua.
The final event of the year is not to be missed. Esports Nations Cup 2026. See you in November.
Here we go again.
Aduh.
I gotta be me. He's hunting down that title.
The time to write the next chapter in the esports history books is finally here.
And they fold it in his hands yet again. Steps up to the plate, and he could knock this one out of the park. Now they shall be engraved alongside the greats.
Aduh.
KP's unstoppable for the win.
Will.
Hey there, my name's Erica, or KP.
Bang Rizky.
I'm a former pro player for Game Changers, and I work on the game analysis team known as GAT.
Kencang banget ya tuh gue.
We work with the game designers to playtest and provide feedback on the health and tuning of the game. We're brought in super early into the design process for many different pieces of content, including agents, maps, modes, and skins. For agents, we'll work with the designers throughout the development process to help them meet specific gameplay goals. And as development progresses, we'll focus on each ability's tuning and balance. An example of this is with Mix's M-Pulse grenade. At first, M-Pulse only had one charge, but we did a lot of testing and discussing to see how we can make 2 charges work.
Flashing high, flashing high.
There was some concern around how many you could throw back to back, but we helped tune a lot of the health and duration to make sure it was fair. Once the content is wrapping up, we assess the risk it will pose to the game and prepare fast follow-ups with the design team. As GAT, we pulse check any shifts in the meta from ranked all the way to VCT. We're always looking out for feedback on social media and gauging how the content feels in our own matches. And it's definitely not just GAT and design doing this alone. We're supported by a really robust data ecosystem and work closely with our PM and insights teams throughout the whole process.
Have a deeper fluff?
So while our playtests and player instincts are important, there are also a ton of people and data points helping us evaluate how the game is performing and where we should make adjustments next.
It's
still struck.
Dari baca.
Dari mana lo bang? Dipanggil kan tadi.
Oh, habis dari air gue anjir.
Habis dari air. Berenang lu?
Iya. Bermandi. Berenang.
Dari air ya?
Iya dari air.
Orang Bandung ya lu ya? Ngomong dari air. Yang nggak sih orang Sunda nggak sih yang ngomong dari air?
Kagak aja gue nggak Sunda. Ya, Jawa. Mas kapan?
Dimakan dia. Kayaknya suruh jagain streamnya dulu.
Kok? What the hell? Ini suara gue berarti ada nih di sini deh. Oke. Akhirnya kursi Vasco stream.
Great start, but what information
Aku
did you gain
kangen.
about EDG that you guys should probably
Ya, Abi,
remember
oke.
throughout the entire series today?
Honestly,
Semoga
not that
kangenmu
much
terpuaskan ya,
because
Abi.
both teams we played
Dewan
yesterday
banget.
and also Edward, so we both teams didn't have
Lu sambil
that
nonton
much
live
time
apa ya?
to prepare, to do scouting, anti-strat. We are
Anjir.
like
Ini coy yang gue cari kemarin botak licin ini siapa sih ini?
on them. I can
Siapa sih
rebel.
ini?
Maybe
Player
if you ask
ini
the same
EDG
question
ya?
at the end
Apa
of the
coach
series,
ya
maybe
sih?
I can explain more. But yeah, we have like some details that they like to do that we are like adapting, and the plan is like doing well.
Jadi botak lagi.
Thank you for your insights, Owner.
Gue dari kemarin nyariin dia ini kayak ini siapa yang kemarin
Oh,
yang
I think if you're a Leviathan fan, the plan is
Ini ya,
going
gitu.
quite well indeed,
coach
Coach
ya?
Owner. A 13-5 win for the South American roster. As you see Spike leading the
Iya, Bang
charge
First.
on
Loh,
that
kok Anda
neon,
tahu?
all the heavy hitters, but alternatively on the other side though, a little bit toward the tail end there, Mimi, EDG trying to get a couple of those rounds, but at that point, the goal
Yeah,
was
Bi.
so wide. Leviathan, they were just running away with it.
This game was ended in the first half, and I think while we focused a lot on the tactics
makan,
of
Abi.
Lev, what they
Kamu
did
udah
great in
makan
this
belum,
was
Abi?
having an awesome approach to their strategy. In particular, how they were shutting down the C splits that we saw EDG going for
Aku
repeatedly.
dilupakan.
They had really good approaches of how to aggressively re-clear space in garage and play into these C retakes, and that's what led them to run
Kan
away
gue
with
baru
this
day
first
one
half.
deh.
I actually like
Kok udah
EDG's
dilupakan gitu
initial
sih?
game plan of doing the C-splits though. On left side there was no Omen paranoia and the weak side was generally on the C side of the map. I think EDG fumbled a little bit in those post plants personally, not taking the backside control and letting Lev flood in with those great retakes.
Yeah, their approach to these retakes was certainly on point. In particular, rounds I'm remembering is the 2 times where this Raze rocket was online in the post plant. Lev did a really good job of baiting it out. Here it was sending that first kind of wave of the slide and the drone to pressure, and then Neon's just waiting with the ult to kill. Later on, it was a Neon ult popped in the next round with that Raze ult online to bait it out. This team is very patient and measured in the way that they approach these retakes.
Itu
and the
tadi
execution was
chambernya
just
namanya
sublime.
Neon.
Something I
Terus
do want to
di
just
tim
kind of
mereka
touch
ada
on real
Neon
quick, Minnie.
juga.
You said that they were allowing them a lot of opportunities
Pas
to get
mau
through the
ngomong
back
Neon,
line. How
gue
was
mikir
that
2 kali
happening?
dulu
What were
anjing.
EDG not doing? What could
Neon,
they
Neon,
have
Neon.
done, I guess, to ensure that they at least did something
Sama
to
bang,
prevent
gue
that?
juga
On the
belum
C
kan
side
dari
of the map,
SD.
it's about getting that backside control before planting. And simply put, it's just the duelists going up forward for that space. It looked like they had a game plan of like not going for that space, which I disagree with completely. I think it's very fundamental Haven theory to have that backside control, to make sure you got those crossfires in and disrupt that retake when
Lu
it's
mau gue
coming
share
in.
screen
Yeah,
aja.
no, it always felt like Leviathan had free reign, and you're so right on that, of course. So
Kalau nonton
there's
dari
more to
stream
talk
apa?
about with Leviathan. Let's go ahead and take a look at our HyperX
Gue juga
reflex
baca
moment
komen
of the
doang, kan
matchup,
ngejagain,
because
anjir.
this is another one of those plays
Iya.
where, you know,
Iya. Kok gue nggak seniat itu ya?
your names are killing me over here.
Nah.
Evil Cat. You know, this was one of those weird plays that they were able to trap their opponents with.
Bisa
There
nggak
were a
sih
lot of
harusnya?
variants to this same C fight. Here it was a pullback
sama
start
ini
going
kapal tuh.
behind that dark.
Yeah.
That's the reason the EDG players didn't break it, because they thought it was going to get blocked off by that smoke, which they thought was full. You see even this Astra pull going in to bait that it's that closer fight, and the execution is really good. We saw in their last game of Haven, they had a variant of that where they're throwing a shock dart and sliding through on timing. This team just has so many different tactics to fight you early. They seemingly have something new to show in every match, Minnie.
Yeah, when you think you know that they're going to do
Setengah
the
6
same thing
sore
over and
tadi,
over, they'll bring
Jir.
out something like that, and you're like, oh my god, they got another
Yeah.
thing. There's so much to keep
24
track
jam,
of, and they're
Cok.
always so beautifully executed.
Yeah, that is the part that
kan?
really rattles me, where it's like they have so
Hidup
much
tanpa
in the
ini.
playbook available to them, and it seems like the book just keeps
Tinggal
making
hidup
new
ya.
ones. It's like the self-writing book. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it, and it's pretty dang cool. But they're gonna have to keep this thing going. The drive needs to stay alive as we
Tidur
get
ya
ready for
seharian
map
tuh
2,
kemarin
because
pas
going
ada
over to
sinyal.
Pearl
Tuh gue
to set
bangun,
the stage
ngecek
for that
sinyal,
one here.
ngecek
Now this
DC,
is going
belum
to be
ada,
an EDG
tidur
pick,
lagi.
but
Untung
we were looking
Spotify
at
gue
the
premium.
series layout,
Bisa
and we
ini.
saw Minnie how these first 3 maps played out. And Leviathan, while of course this map is good for EDG, there are no slouches on Pearl at all, especially with the compositions they like to run.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Lev lost some confidence in their pro, like Mimi was highlighting earlier, but America's a very strong pro region, and I think this is a dangerous map here for EDG. I think that this is a must-win map if they want to take this series.
I absolutely
Sekarang
agree. I
match
think
dua kan
that
ya?
if Lev can pick this up, it starts to really
Match
look like a
pertama
3-0
tadi
for this young
EDG
team. In
dibantai.
particular, what I like about
Apa sih?
their Pearl is defensive side. A lot of the same things of Haven. I think
Nonton
they
yuk,
have good
nonton.
ideas to trap play behind Neon's
Nonton
operator
sedikit.
when he's playing the chamber here. They have really good approaches early round of having variance in how
Oh,
they
masih belum
fight
stabil
fight
nih
for
internet.
space, especially towards A main. So for an EDG that struggle with some of those same problems on Haven, I think they're going to have to quickly find solutions going into Pearl here.
Yeah, I think on the flip side for EDG, this is the map where Kong Kong had his best performance, I think. On that defense side with that jet, he was popping off like vintage Kong Kong. I think we're going to need to see him do that
ada
again
layar.
if they want a chance on this
Anjir,
map, because
per-
Lev have been looking hot here too.
Spike's out here trolling us, everyone.
What did he hover?
He hovered over Reyna. It made me hope that maybe we do something
Lupa,
wacky, but of
lupa
course
nanya.
the stakes are too high. How could you? And
They
then
really
Leon
are.
gets locked in here.
EDG, they've made a final before, they've lifted a trophy before, but that was now 2 years ago. This team is facing down one of the least experienced squads that's been to this point in a tournament. This is the map they picked, this is the map that they're favored on. If they fall here, it's a massive disappointment. You start to look at memories of Bangkok for EDG.
I'm looking at the Neon and Kong Kong head-to-head on different
Masih
agents
cakep
here, but
juga
the
ya.
operator on this map for
Mahal
both,
banget
especially on that
aja.
B long on the defense, is going to be pivotal for them.
Well, you heard the desk, and now you know exactly what to look out for as we get ready for this matchup. The best of 5 is far from over. So let's go ahead and jump into map 2, shall we, London, England? We're going to send it back over to your casters. Here's Brent, Handside Show.
We need to see a return of form here for EDG as we get into Pearl in our lower bracket finals. It's elimination. There's a chance for a spot in the grand finals for EDG. It will mean an opportunity to get revenge, to reach the prior peaks of the past when they were able to lift trophies. Leviathan are already one map up, and as the desk was mentioning, Pearl, America's a region, no slouches at it.
And it actually used to be EDG's permaban. Only started playing it very late on in VCT China. Lev want to try to take this fight early mid if EDG are going for it. EDG do like to go for this mid default quite a lot. And Neon's posted on an angle where
it's walking
may
forwards.
get a freebie.
Yeah.
Apa beli makannya keluar?
There's a rendezvous to play around.
He is full walking up here, creeping into mid.
Nobody poking, trying to see if he can pull players up and around because EDG are going in a different direction. Slow take towards A main.
It's a risky position for Neon, but he's just relying on his fast reactions to get him out, and it's helping his team figure out the defensive setup. They're going to be over here, especially if the trip doesn't get broken. Blows is going to have help and a recon.
Seeing the stars lay it down, now that's going to be signaling quite a lot. The flashes set by forwards. Kang is all the way into that smoke, but guess what? Players are already home. The reveal is massive.
Malam minggu ya
doing quite a bit
biasanya.
of work there. Sado is going to be burned to cinders.
Hello
Brings it to a
anjir.
3v3, and EDG don't want anything to do with the A hit.
Kok Sakto dari tadi
Full
ini
rotate.
banget ya.
Miles away from this mid avenue.
Yeah,
Usually
ini
rotates like
malam
this all the
minggu
way from A main to B main are a bit too slow.
Kurang perform.
But here,
7 seconds.
yeah, just setting up a faster avenue, or rather a more open avenue to get into the site, but King could play spoiler to all of this.
How committed onto this line. He's worried about the lane control that they've lost this entire time, but now he's going to be hearing the footsteps. Still, nobody catches it now, jumping round to the corner. Great shot claimed. It is beautiful. Great work by Chichu. Blows though.
No way.
See if he can deny this one. He's walked all the way in. That's a plant. Stops, but does not survive in time. Barely there under control, but EDG, they get a pistol round.
Bahaya kursi Valve full, bagaimana tanggapan Anda mengenai pick engine yang digunakan pada match ini?
Kok kursi favorit?
Ya kan ini dia facecamnya kursi doang.
Combination of that trip and recon ended up being a bit too much. Nobody putting himself in the lurk
Orangnya nggak
position
ada.
instead of calling his teammates back through into him and be like,
Nanya ke kursi, jir. What the hell?
Already a much stronger beginning, but this is a Leviathan trap play that they like to run. We've seen this one before many a time. Up towards the B angle, the wall is deep here, but the first shot just goes wide, but the flash even better. These players don't have a clue.
Makan di luar, beli makan di.
Just with the bulldog, swipes them all away and swats them all down. And Neon trying to do any sort of work he can.
Lu baca deh komen
Ring out, they
YouTube.
missed the mark.
Apa tadi
somehow
dibacain
Kankai
ini?
still alive in the midst of all of this.
Ngomong sama kursi.
And blows the last one, trapped in back holes. EDG with guns trained and a jump peek to finish it.
Alright.
What a double from Kankan just as things were
Buset.
starting to run away from EDG. That flash absolutely caught them, and yet he spins around, deletes those two players
Anjir,
to
Kangkang.
relieve the pressure. They need him to perform here on Pearl.
Kenapa ya?
If you're going to be
Biasanya tuh
running
yang
the Jet on
menang
this map,
first match
you best be hoping the Jet is
pasti
going
konyol
to
banget di match
feast.
kedua.
Bonus round here for EDG. A lot of danger to it. Managed to bring a lot of the Bulldogs forwards, one of the rifles.
Bang, awas kursi.
They've been playing a very cautious game so far on their attack. Never very all in. Contacting as much as they possibly can, but as the Prowler is going to be broken. Flash
Toko
around
game
the
lu
corner.
refund. Apa gimana?
Connection there, still running all the way forwards. This is nobody basically
Balas
taking
aja
point.
dia.
This guy's running with util out into his hands. Up dragging a dash over to the back, blows, accounts for it.
Agak
Little
slow
shot in
juga
the
ya.
dark there, straight into the smoke. It does remove Kong Kong. Calling again for the rotations. Chichu finding all this space over towards B.
Again, it's quite nice pattern from Kangkang, even though it doesn't work.
Bang,
he
awas
jumps
kursi gue lagi
onto
stream
Neon's
bacot
rendezvous,
anjing. Lu menengok kursi apa nengok gua?
which stops Neon from being able to commit to a different position. King having a wander, stepping forwards, taking
Kalau
that risk,
kalau
getting
lihat
the
kelihatan
player
kalah,
advantage with rifles.
kalau kelihatan kalah berarti salah kakak.
Has to be reclaimed here by Jenny.
We can let the spike be recovered in this
Kalah.
spot. A 4v2 retake by B is more than enough of an advantage for Lev to be able to convert. Jenny and Chishu would have to pull out something ridiculous to get
Ini
this
orang
bonus round
Amerika
win.
nih Yahudi, cok.
Jenny with the gun.
Emang dia Amerika yang timnya?
Amer, lu baca nggak sih? Left Amer bawahnya tuh. Lu pikir Amer tuh apa nggak? Anggur merah.
A lot of Zasa Jenny consistently on this squad.
Yeah.
He is the danger man. He's the one with the bulldog. The molly is good, pushing them back
Kalau
and
bisa
away.
tarik sama versinya.
They're going to be disciplined here. The waiting right in the time on the reposition is good. Spike
Bukan di lantai.
down, taken out by the bulldog and an upgrade.
Biar dia check out sendiri kursinya.
ISO in his fights beautifully. Still Chichu.
Keranjang nomor 3 ya.
It's all going to be on Jenny now. Dodge on the flash. Nice fight taken. Tap on the defuse. Kings hoping to see if he can pull him way out. The King with the composure wins the round out.
It's a great try from Jenny though. Way better than what he was able to do on Haven.
Gila, cok.
It
Si
just looks so
Jenny ini,
much
cok.
more comfortable on every other map in the pool. He's been massive for EDG. And he's just made that bonus round very expensive for Leviathan to deal with. Considering that was a 4v2 and they knew exactly
Tapi, cok,
where both of the
Jenny ini,
EDG
ya,
players were going to
baru
be as the
Jenny.
spike went down. Jenny did such a good job there of slipping into the fast lane and making himself a problem.
Iya.
He really did.
He's put them all on light armor, blows with a Guardian, Neon just working with a Headhunter. He's actually done a great job for EDG to keep this momentum going.
Here for round 4.
Itu Armagedon, cok.
Similar start once more.
Nggak boleh gitu dong.
Noise at all here
Satu
to
buat
lift
Levi
it
ya?
all the way up.
Kalau EDG
Bisa, Jing.
menang besok gue puasa.
Lu nonton kursi kalah, cok. Kalah Leviathan anjing. Harus ada gua. Harus ada gua biar EDG menang.
Scatters. It's going to be denial.
Kocak kan kita maunya Leviathan menang ya.
Tapi PRX udah ketemu Levi belum sih?
Kung Kung now. Sorts himself into that pit position.
Ask for help. Nobody's required.
Udah.
Does indeed.
Dan Jai, makanya kalau lihat bracketnya lihat.
Looking to see if he can make his own mark here, but to run it back forwards. It is visually taken out, but not before. Nobody goes down. 2v3 now. Chichu Smoggy.
Iya.
Smoggy with that cut up close position up towards default. He's hoping he won't be cleared, unaccounted for. Slight mistake. The molly sails up and over, but time's out in the tick. Here in the jump up, and that is a beautiful kill to be found. 1v1 now, brought to once more. King tonight. The second chance at a clutch. So Chichu.
Anjay.
Kapan ini rumah gue nyala ya listrik? Oke, gantian ya. Sekarang kamu, Bang Son.
Udah hidup rumah lu. Oh, jangan-jangan ini kah? Yang di Sumatera kemarin pindah ke ini kah? Kemarin kan Sumatera
Iya.
tuh. Sekarang Bandung kah? Gilir gitu, cok. Bandung.
Iya. Oh, ini dari jam 5. Ya udah, 5 jam lagi berarti.
Their theory looks a lot better. Their ideas and the way that Lev are playing look a lot better. And they're scrapping through in these close scenarios.
Ya kan,
Exactly the opening we
pembangkit
needed to
listriknya
see from
pakai
EDG.
BBM anjir. BBM-nya lagi susah.
Getting battered on Haven.
Terus
BBM bensin.
They're answering back
iya, bahan
nicely
bakarnya,
in their own way.
minyaknya.
Jakarta Barat, Jakarta Tengah, Jakarta ini.
Are marginally favored on.
Berarti besok bagian Depok, Bekasi, cok.
And the map pool advantage, you've heard the Des talk about it.
Itu rumah gue
It
nggak
does
kena,
just seem a
karena
bit
gue
deeper
jabat.
from Lev, but if EDG can come out with some strong performances in crucial rounds like
Internetnya
we've
aja
seen so far on
agak
the
burik.
Batu bara nggak pakai BBM.
give them a lot of confidence to be able to perform, be able to win.
Lu nggak kena
Their
ini.
game against
Lu kenanya
HyperX, it just
listrik.
felt like they were never down, never out.
No.
Listrik apa sih permasalahannya di wifi?
Unbelievable level of resilience being shown by EDG.
They know that they're good for it. They've done it before. There's a level of self-belief when you know
Yang
that
gue
you are
denger sih
capable
kemarin
rather
emang
than just
PLN-nya
believe that
lagi
you are capable.
ngehemat gitu loh.
Hemat ya.
Both of these
Lu
teams
bayar
are in very
listrik
different
ngehemat ya.
positions.
Lagi nge-efisiensi itunya.
See an
Bahan
open A
bakarnya.
side here. It's going to be a plant down with no problems.
Itu anjing.
Deep control over towards
Terus juga
backside.
kan belum hujan-hujan tuh.
These post-plant positions are something that Mini was critical of on Haven.
Kan kalau Jawa Barat mostly listriknya dari ini bendungan.
Nobody again, the like loose
Dia bisa
player that gets to float around.
Bounding sides alive now, but that stun's going to be a connection, and the flash is even better. Hold on, Spike. What's the danger player? Gun is replaced. I don't know eventually.
Itu kayak menghemat itu kalau yang gue baca ya.
Potential chances with the damage done, but EDG, they maintain it and take that 4-1 lead in this map.
Kalau gue beli mem, lapar ya habisnya nih.
Gue nggak baca bismillah nggak sih, Kap?
Enggak, gue biasanya beli cuma itu yang pangsit doang. Gue gede beli ayam biar nggak bosan.
Iya,
Now Neon gets to pick up his operator. Players starting to get close to big ultimates as well. This cosmic divide is going to put pressure on EDG's post plants.
Iya anjing.
But it's the op they have to get through first.
Gue makan 2 piring.
Neon is posted close here. The Haunt is going to be dealt with here. Now already the angle onto that perfect line. So Justin takes Jenny straight out of the picture.
Good way of dealing with that Phoenix wall.
Masa matinya dadakan guys.
Saw that coming out from Global Esports. Here comes Chishu on alert.
And okay, I mean straight from the trademark, straight to the dome. He's been able to transfer that beautifully.
Kemarin satu Sumatera, ditulis satu Sumatera anjir.
But ultimate just to reciprocate up
Terus bener-bener seharian kan.
Ya gua dari jam 6 dari jam setengah 7 sampai jam 1 malam gua juga.
Saya sih PLN beli batu bara murah terus stoknya dikurangin supaya pakai MBG.
He's trying to take a timing. Pure insanity. Cancelled out. Blows nose. It's occurring. Now to stun and now to kill. Found EDG. Making magic of these moments. Finding a way forwards and now.
Alah udah 1-0 nih datang dia anjing.
Doubled up together.
Abang-abangan Elite Titan babi. Lu lihat nih. Ini map kedua EDG nih Jimmy. Gua megang EDG nih.
Tapi Jogja juga kayak gitu tau guys.
Throw chaos into the
Jadi
round.
sering dimatiin juga.
And he's more practiced in it. He'll pull you into the mud. And he's not worried about getting filthy.
That's really uncomfortable territory.
Kan Pulau Jawa.
Iya.
Lever going to take
Emang
a time
Jawa
out here to try to wonder
tadi sama kayak Sumatera
how they
mana?
can adjust their setups to stop this chaos from happening.
Katanya digilir.
It's a nice idea with the Hunter's Fury and Spike's pressure.
Gantian.
But it's the post-plant aggression that's really catching them off guard right now. People slipping, making solo plays, and getting through the gaps.
Lagi masuk tuh 2 ton.
Uncomfortable timings.
Pakaian dalam.
Kangkang jadi kangkung malam ini, tenang. Diam lu ya.
Jadi.
Ini neon-neon tuh jadi lampu neon nih hari ini nih.
They've got their approach super drilled.
Kenapa nama dia
But
neon?
EDG are finding those little moments to be able to allow the individuals to shine. 10 and 3, nobody, the IGL. Coinbase win condition is for King to get his head around these timings and how they want to be fighting them.
It's definitely unorthodox.
Imagine lu dari Valorant belum ada dia udah pakai nama neon.
Oh yeah.
Terus ada agent nama neon. Sama kayak Vortex. Nama Vortex dari dulu. Terus ada skin namanya Vortex gimana?
Jujur gue pertama kira
EDG came out on top. And Lev ended up kind of fizzling out of the tournament despite being favorites.
Neonnya jadi lampu pijar malam ini. Nah.
King would love a chance to return that favor. Seeing all in here by Lev when they're on their eco. What do you do that mean? That's a lot of respect by EDG.
Nah. Goblok. Ngapain tuh Spike Din? Ngapain Blows? Ngapain lah?
Like a heat-seeking missile.
If you allow Kangkang to wake up in this game, it could be all over before you even realize it.
Kangkang nih bos.
Tuh,
ngapain tuh Neon do?
He was keeping up on Haven, even though it was a 13-5, he had about a 1 KD. That's not bad, but it was nothing to write home about.
Nggak kenyang ya, anjing 2 pin nggak kenyang, goblok anjing.
Here,
pantesan gua ini anjir berat gua naik anjing. 2 pin nggak pulang anjing.
It's everything for him.
Nggak sih tanah hawa nafsu nggak sih?
Jenny's still got a really nice ultimate in his back pocket to work around. Steel Garden, opportunity to take everybody down in terms of the weaponry.
Buset.
Balking lu.
Jujur ya sih, cuman ini kayak terlalu berlebihan Jok. Ini berlebihan anjing. Dari 45 ke 65 anjing. Anjir. Dulu gua agak setabi ini.
Potentially greedy, but Kangkang now hot hand.
Itu kapan?
Form now, finally.
Dulu
His
itu
footing on the stage.
apa nih? Kayaknya
Kalau dari foto yang-
awal 2026 deh.
Kalau dari foto yang lu kasih lihat sih udah jauh banget sih sekarang.
Tapi kan itu pas gua pacaran pertama kali makan naik itu. Itu nggak 65. Itu 55 kayaknya.
Itu
55. Ya. Karena gua lebih gendut nih, sumpah.
Foto apa guys? Kok aku ketinggalan
Ya,
guys?
foto gua pas buka bersama nih itu gendut
Don't
banget
worry
anjir.
about controlling the aggression. Hit them with your own aggro. Get more aggressive, more up in their face. Force EDG to play to your tempo. This round was utterly controlled by Lev. Phoenix off the
Tatonya di sate malam ini, ya betul. Tatonya di soto malam ini, Cok.
Their operator.
Jujur satu dari
How many
tadi
set
nggak
ideas like that do Lev have though?
Jadi soto nih malam ini.
Running the same one back, but
Satu-satu
slowly
lu.
for now. Prowler sees it as a
Dia lu dukung Lipatan gara satu kan? Gara satu tuh lucu imut kan?
Mad pressure on this mid default. EDG
So
really
obvious,
struggling
dude.
to hold on the last couple of rounds.
Mudah ketebak anjing.
Disadvantage once more.
Dia bikin gue move on dari
So Jiggle
gue.
poking, prodding, sees the util that's going to be sent flying forwards, and it does signal quite a
Tapi
lot.
kedua nggak ada ganteng-gantengnya,
Calling forward
dia
a
nggak ada
team
lucu-lucunya.
to
Kalau
back him
satu,
up.
iya oke lah, make sense.
Plant down. In a prime position to use a steel guard and potentially
Ini
take it
itu.
one step further, and that's exactly the plan.
Kan mata orang beda-beda.
Ball's now going to be popped off. Walking even further past this one. Cosmic Divide going to be pushed past and beyond. Nobody can sort of
Mata gue
clear out
rusak,
most
lu
of
kan
the
bilang
side.
gitu.
They got one in their back pocket.
Tahu lu,
Goes
kagak.
both ways at that. Drone
Lebih menyakitkan lagi.
be broken before he gets that tag on.
Ah, ini.
Line, forcing the fight forwards. And a flash on top of his Sano. Already he's trying to take time to fight.
Kalau gua bilang lu ini lagi.
High ground angle.
Nge-mute lagi terus ngechat lagi di open chat.
Fruition.
Satu,
Vietnam
satu.
happy to wait it out and play that full retake.
And this time EDG couldn't find that little avenue to slip the gap. They threaded the needle into spawn in previous rounds when they were down players on a B post plan. But here, despite being in the 3v4, they just had to take more passive setups. Didn't feel confident in pushing through their own Cosmic Divide, their own setup.
Lah
Until
puta,
they get to play
puta
their
apa?
game. That tag time out from Ona has made all the difference. I think at some point here we need to see EDG respond with one of their own. The coach battle between Autumn and Ona,
Gue lapar ya.
they are massively different coaches.
Yeah.
Aku susahin soal lapar
It's an
makan.
interesting one. Big
Tinggi
juxtaposition because of Autumn.
Gue hari ini
Sakit perut,
kata
berak.
gue.
This is a trophy lift in his
Lapar
cabinet,
malah
but
ngeluh aja.
Owner. Another trophies, but a lot of consistency. That's what you get out of him all the time. And Neon.
Ngapain Neon? Ih kagak
Flash
mati
to
dah.
push him off that line.
Very close.
Yeah, very close indeed. The shot's just whistling past. It's one where they need to deal with
Duar.
bonus util. Again, the molly sails up and overhead. Sees alongside it. It's a full-on util dump. It's all about weathering the storm. Shots forwards. Neon though with a peak. He's already taken out Smoggy. Cloudburst just to buy some respite, but it doesn't cover the ankle. And Neon is just unleashed. No stopping this guy. Finally, Kankan puts a bullet to the brain, but there is not enough to go
Dots
around.
anjing flashnya
So
anjing.
be a ton again.
Gila
Come up.
playernya.
Fast, loose, aggression being the name of the game.
Remember the name Neon. You're going to be watching him on stages like this for many years in the future.
Pada serius banget,
He has
nanti juga dikalahin
instantly
PRX, Gelo,
leapt onto
Jalfi
the
Fair.
global stage, performed just as well as he was in Americas,
Belah ada Jalfi
and
Fair,
taken
ada
rounds
PRX.
like this by the scruff of the neck.
Gue nggak mau lihat VIT lawan EDG lagi.
EDG are going to take a tag time out.
Capek seru anjing.
Autumn needs
Sumpah
to
seru
talk
buat
to
cok.
them in order to figure out how
Mahal
to
ya,
counter what
mahal
Lev
ya.
are
Mahal
up
banget
to.
itu.
This one was actually a slight
Tapi kayak
move away from the theme.
Tapi EDG-nya capek sih.
Owner had been asking
Jujur.
his team to increase the
Mereka main
tempo,
3 map nih,
increase the
besok main lagi
pace,
3 map.
and
Kalau
force
menang.
EDG into these faster
Iya lagi.
hits.
5 2 kali anjing.
Deny them mid control, force them into A pops, B pops. And now he gets an opportunity to adjust again as Autumn scrambles to keep up, even though his team is in the lead. 6-4. They're not
Coin-based win condition.
Yeah, they're not really going to have the money here, but Kangkang's one away from the ult orb. I think the coin-based win condition for me, Brent, is that Autumn puts some pressure on the outsides of the maps. You force Neon to take that rendezvous, you push him off that deep line, and then you return back over towards working splits through mid. I'd like to see them, if they're going towards an extremity and outside of the map, to still have another layer where they can go back into either a mid lurk or a split.
Yeah.
At the moment, if Neon takes contact, it's basically because EDG are trying to run him over.
Clear punishment as well from a lot of the contacting that EDG are doing. Going for the same default though. King is just going to be ready here to see if he can break the horn. Respect being shown. Horn's deep enough though.
Dia ngirim video ke video TikTok gua. Apa nih video-video monyet bercumbu anjing.
Pays off beautifully. Kang now with updraft here.
What the hell?
The rest of his team in. King taken out. Dismantled now. We're seeing Spike leading in all the way in for the backward position. Nightfall scatters the stun, just connecting, and it's a bit of damage. Stun, but still, as much as the utility is being thrown all the way out. It's EDG still in control. Flag being planted, and it is their territory, their domain.
This team can shoot. Both squads have got exceptional firepower.
Jadi game mate, guys.
Alex talking about it in the HyperX game against EDG before, where he was saying, man, you know, we are just losing out some individual moments. There are so many duels in here that are actually 1v1s. A player could come in and help, but like nobody just barrels through the smoke, destroys King. Kang, as you said, planting his flag on that high ground and winning every duel that comes his way.
Now we've seen a fast play. This is EDG. Haven't used a lot of util off the rip here, but it might be punished for it. Goes both ways, and Lev favored in this one. All the util sets them up for the beautiful gunfights here, but an instant reaction of EDG. But Lev are trying to get one step ahead. They're already making a move over towards that R position. Jenny carrying behind the box, but not for much longer. Sits straight back to that spectator seat. And nobody now has to stare at the round that he's been handed. Final 1.5.
A huge
1v5.
Huge haymaker from EDG in the previous round, and Lev respond. A gigantic brawl where Neon is not the tip of the spear, but instead it's the Phoenix Molly that just causes Kang to have to take that step back. And nobody's got absolutely no chance of being able to win this. A 1v5, he's already had an exceptional half. He's
Buat teman-teman besok siapin makanan yang banyak ya,
sama cemilan, siap. Putting together more rounds in the first half than they did across the whole of Haven. Yeah, right. This is actually them coming back into the game, showing what they're capable of. But Lev are right there with them.
Kita beli bendera PRX terus kita taruh di sini kali guys ya. Payang sini.
Coba DS. Coba DS. Bikin keju kan.
Bacot lu dance Brazilnya nggak di ini anjing.
Kemarin gua udah dance Brazil on cam anjir.
Kapan anjir?
Waktu season nyalain musik Rusia anjir.
Mana ada scam anjing jelas gue.
Sumpah, demi tanya
mana nggak ada lu scam anjing.
Kagak ada.
And the individuals, nobody and Kang shining brightly for EDG.
Nih lo joget Brazil, mana lo joget Brazil, mana anjing.
Precisely what we needed to see out of EDG to just make this one an absolute banger of a lower bracket final. Don't go anywhere.
Ini bener deh kata Mono. Itu scripted ini. Web 1 menang, web 2 kalah. Pas main 3 match. Kayak gini. Dia benteng.
Gue belum beli kopi sih, baru makan doang. Ntar beli kopi.
Dijokin kita lagi ceritanya.
Kopi dekat doang sini, ini nggak cuma 500 meter anjay.
Gue dengernya beli kopi nggak sih?
Iya.
Taruhlah.
Mau beli kopi dia.
Berisik lu.
Here with Chichu of EDG. Chichu, you know how it feels to have that crazy momentum and a lot of confidence. You've been there yourselves.
Chichu.
So how do you put the brakes on Lev with the great momentum that they have?
就4个字吧，要魔法对轰。
I think it will be a match of clutch of heavy hitters. Okay. Right. So clutch.
What?
Well, a competitive half of Valorant, that's what we want to see as we head back into the second half of Pearl for EDG. Signs of life and more. Grateful for it. We wanted a competitive lower bracket final. We did not want to see this team go out quietly into the night, but here they are, putting up fight and putting up resistance. That grit and tenacity that showcased itself in a HyperX game here once more. And it's been powered, honestly, by nobody as a player. The calls he's been making, the plays he's been making.
He's so willing to just put his life on the line, make the risky play that his team needs. Sometimes he looks a fool, sometimes it works immaculately.
Trap play, double flash setup.
Gotta go.
As soon as they hear potential sound cues, and it's left it tiptoeing around it. They're poking, prodding. Trap's gonna be sprung, but nobody was home. Dropping down. On, what is that?
He's so accurate with those shots.
It's not even ADS'd up.
Used to pull back to get into that position.
Buset.
And now, Lever banking on the fact that EDG are going to respond to that pick and start moving around the map, leaving A a little more open. King holding, nobody peeking.
Yeah, there's a slight off angle here, but he's got into the astral form. It's the wrong timing for it, but Neon might get a chance to avenge at least. He's spotted the players out, only 4 more bullets left into the Headhunter. He's gonna have one hell of a time, but he just sidesteps it. For now, the Yuto coming his way, crouched up, surely not long. He still managed to find a kill, there's no chance. Before the trade comes through, but that's a plant into backside control. Right reaction here from Leviousa, flipping the sight.
A really good decision on that one. They've still got a molly, they've still got 2 shots and a stun to play with. Lev contacting through to A with these 3 players. They're in a good position here.
Certainly are. Pack mentality though from EDG. No splitting up, just want to take the fight together. They see where that plant is. Util cycling through. Molly's going to be the first.
Seember so saya seember.
The flash though. He's good for it. Stun ricochets. Chichu forward. Chichu.
Makan seember sendiri lu. Stres.
Almost a chance.
Buan kakak gua.
See it all over Sato's face. 10 HP made the difference there. Between Lev picking up a round that they were expecting to go through with, and Chishu putting on one of the plays of the match.
Got to see that again.
How is this even close to possible?
That is almost absolutely brilliant.
You can't give players the quality of EDG any chance at all.
Ada tulisannya sih open gini sini.
Leviousa though, they're going to be securing up that pistol round.
Yeah, EDG only with 2 pistols across the last 2 matches that they've played.
It's in contrast, to be honest. Here, oh my
Nora
goodness,
anjing kayak orang kampung ya.
Scared to use the bullets now, but he doesn't pull back in time.
Dia ngapain diri sendiri anjing.
Getting a bit greedy. Good kill here for EDG. Eco, stack of bodies now calling for plenty of players to reinforce up towards B, but now backing away.
Yeah, I mean, when you hear that Marshall, you know it's Kankan. I wouldn't want a piece of that. And King's taking this space over towards A. He's just walked in and backfilled the spots that Neon took.
Nobody. Walkabouts again. Sky does not have a tether in terms of where he plays. Obviously, an eco round is going to be even more risky being taken, and he's just saw it. Yep, signs of life now, but finding his time might be punished for it. He's done a lot of damage. Chipping down a level opposition.
Kopo sah o Kopo.
EDG set up in a prime position to potentially win this one on the eco.
Yeah, Lev were very greedy with their buy in this round. May end up getting punished for it.
Kopo itu daerah di Bandung,
Yeah,
anjir.
yeah, certainly. Oh my, okay, shots hitting Sato. Immediately able to at least get back onto it. 24 HP though. That's going to be brought down. Sato finding the timing.
Gua udah negative thinking. Kopo kapal jompo
in hand, EDG. Beautiful work. And risks at the right moment.
I think that's one of the massive things that this squad has learned. In their years of being up, trying to get to the top, globally, having already made it within their region, trying to find the right moment to be disciplined and the right moment to take the risk. That's a huge momentum swing round. It doesn't get bigger.
EG, lalu bukannya Titan, bijar. Tadi lu bilang jadi karbit ini dulu, tapi kebalikan ya lu bilangnya.
Kankan gets to play around with the outlaw again.
Suara
It's the perfect opportunity for EDG to make up for their poor pistol round win rate.
Crowd.
Kankan might be feasting here.
Ya orang pengen
Come on,
nonton
position.
EDG soalnya EDG seru, cowok.
Hoping that he can hunt
HyperX
out
kemarin.
some potential players. That's knife out blows. Miscommunication perhaps, but Neon immediately there with a punish towards that double doors angle. Taking up the space now. Seeing the ult popped off, Sano is just running him down. He's claimed a rifle as well. Picked that one up, he's going to be stealing it all the way back. Kungang under an immense amount of pressure. He's brought down. It's insane. The ultimate out of Sano.
Oh, they've just given away so many of these guns as well. Spec have stolen the momentum straight back.
How has that occurred? So not feeling comfortable enough that they can commit to the plan, but at least they can pick up a gun or two.
Oh, they've also just cleared so much space.
Yeah, full lane control.
Nge-save sih.
Plant now down. Just like you said, complete flip of momentum when you thought of EDG. Able to do it. Slide off angle of Neon. He's watching for multiple angles, but he's just missed his chance. Hold on. Re-peek it in. They're under
ini nih.
Peeled all the way back once more, but he's had to concede up that space, and now it's EDG getting a bit of a move on. They realize, wait a minute, it's a chance to win this. Nobody. First one to step up towards it. That backcourse position needs to be accounted for. King there, but both players searching on site. It's Jenny, nobody. Quick tap, Sado, prime position. Plays it perfectly, tucks himself back and away, not giving an easy fight whatsoever. They know that there's time to be played for in a round like this. Nobody really worked for it. 4 kills for Sado. Blitz and pace that he took it onto that side. It's all smiles for him.
The Phoenix gap is just immense. It's another thrifty. Neon picks up that kill across towards B-Link. Sado gets 2 inside his ultimate, including Kong, who really, I think, should have been able to do more even with the Outlaw in his hand.
Oh.
And Lev have just stolen this all the way back. Look at Sato, 19-9.
Thriving.
He's been playing like a veteran. And he's only been around for a little bit longer than the rest of his players on Lev.
Anjing guys. Emang binatang tuh Sato.
Enough space given up, the Sado can get one step closer to another ult. We've seen how pivotal they are. A lot of space though, going to be taken up here by Kong.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose there is a chance that he could get his Bladestorm online in this round and we could have thrifties going everywhere.
Yeah. Nobody. Might be tested here. He's turned his attention just away for a moment, but that is perfectly played. Off the sound and the noise being made, Sato taking that swing and player too.
Yeah, beautiful timing on that. And Neon winning a crucial duel against Kong in A main. We might finally see the team with the better weaponry coming through with a round in this half.
Yeah, and sometimes an overabundance of caution can be a bad thing. That's how EDG were able to get that eco last time.
Ini serem banget mainnya.
Willing to make a misstep, evident making that sound cue. Walking up steadily, EDG might be squaring up again. They're looking to take a fight in through. But it's watch for Smoggy. Hold on, he's managed to at least claim 2. Flash to the side!
Smoggy, bos! Aduh, badan lu, bos! Belakang, bos! Badan lu!
He might be getting squeezed into multiple directions here, but it looks like the space might not even be taken up. He's taken out King, he could have, but it's not communicated. Not coordinated. King was worried about the other side's alive here, but the time is running bitterly now. Down to the end, 11 seconds remaining, and guess who's in position? It's Jenny, rifle in hand. 7 seconds remaining. This plan is to go down. King needs to be
nice!
Happening at all. It's all Jenny.
Kok lu telat banget anjing?
But teamed up by Smoggy.
Punya gitu anjing.
Beautiful rounds.
Ya Allah.
We're seeing Ecos all over the bloody place.
That lineup between the two duelists. And then Blows anticipates the flash, but I think
Itu aja nembak chamber badan anjing.
the size of the stage, the crowd, the bass. Another Red Bull clutch.
Clutch potential. That we were seeing from EDG, it kept them in a game against HyperX. You cannot count this team out.
Doesn't matter how far down they are. That round absolutely did not look like it was going the way of EDG until Smoggy decided to grab 3 out of nowhere.
Recovering it.
They're putting an extreme emphasis on being able to build up the ult. I think a higher priority in the game plan. Nobody steps up, same position as Smoggy previously.
He's going for it, isn't he? Util out. Report reveals that there are players close, waiting in the wings. You've got to have a bit of fear into your step, but he just doesn't know the meaning of the word. Runner back, no.
Mbak Dini memang Thailand guys, dapat Cina aja.
Paperweight to victory potentially through nobody. Trying to dominate up towards this main smoke. Just takes a peek out wide towards the side. Here is traded. Neon right there behind him. A spike towards the back. That is a big punish. Chichu taken out. Kang.
Nice, Neon.
Smoke dissipating now.
Masih ada.
Trained and ready. Wide face and wide. Fight. Or taken out. Smokey and Jenny now left into a 2v2.
Nice.
Lu belakang lu.
Wrapping it all the way around. The wiser and the wiser. Jenny removed because of the mass retreat rotation all the way through their spawn.
Smoggy can hear it. He doesn't want to give away too many sound cues himself, but now puts pedal to the metal.
Starts lay it down.
Pull used
Dia juga rotate,
yes, to give them a bit of space here, but a flash forward's got one more for the extra trouble here.
Woi, wih gila. Dari transfer itu, Cok.
Nice.
Always a chance with these EDG players. You cannot dismiss them so easily.
That was a very, very individual round from EDG. Nobody is just running around making plays on A. Kankan takes a drive swim on his own, uncoordinated with anybody else. And then these final two players looking to try to pick up timings too. I don't know that it's fundamentally great defensive setups and gameplay from EDG, but they're still making Lev sweat. Finding the read on what timings they're going to fight you is tough.
Such an odd series, at least map-wise now.
Wait, this is a full gamble on the A side.
It really is.
The
Makanya
IGL goes
santai,
walking
jangan
forwards
kayak lu
once
makan mie
again.
ayam.
Neon picks it
Agak,
up.
Cok,
Sambil nonton gitu.
But I don't think this is going to be an easy round again.
Karena saya ember anjing.
King likes to pump the brakes whenever they're up like
Makanya
this.
pelan-pelan. Sambil nonton nih, udah sesuap.
The
Satu poin,
level of
satu
respect
suap.
and discipline,
Gitu.
it can allow people like Kangkang to just take more and more liberties.
Makanya tenang, kayak ngemil anjir.
The right risk taken
Jangan
at
dimakan
the right
terus.
time on the ecos. EDG
Anjing bedal enak ya
to make it easy for you.
makan es krim ini.
I think it's quite
Pas
principled
lagi
the way that Lev are
nonton.
approaching this, but
deh.
they are just ticking time off their own clock.
Gua nggak tahu suka es krim.
And Kangkang is gonna be sat there with 5 blades
Tergantung es krimnya sih.
and 5 heads.
Kombonya nggak suka gua nih harusnya.
Going to potentially be popped. The sole recipient of this
Ames
aggression might give that
ember.
come his way over towards the B site. He's
Benar.
twisting and turning,
Harus
less guessing in terms of
bersyukur.
map control because this is
Gue
pure
suka banget
contact
sama
by Lev.
Vandal itu
Again,
sumpah.
this could be where he shines. Now
Iya,
the
bolong.
Es krim ke Vandal
sees it
tiba-tiba.
now with a drone. His forwards, he's tagged up. He's
Itu dia lagi
fighting straight
megang.
towards him.
Yang
To
dipegang
dash in the
siapa
cloud,
tadi?
potential for him to see if he
Aktif
can
Vandal
at
itu.
least survive whoever the
Iya, yang
storm
bolong
down
di
hatches. They storm it as an instant
Kristal ya?
trade.
apa ya itu ya?
Spike that dishes it straight
Apa namanya?
out.
Nice satu.
Now going down.
Kakang kocak.
Danger there should have been handled, but Jenny still has a Vandal.
Lu nonton di stream
Divide to cut
ini ya,
them
di
out
stream
entirely. This is
apa ya?
Lev showing respect again to the
Nonton di TikTok.
eco. Potential of EDG to win these rounds
Apa yang
out.
di TikTok goblok
Di
anjing.
YouTube nggak sih?
Di Twitch sekali nonton
We're gonna
Twitch.
play her up here. Smoggy up from that high ground. Overdrive now going to be
YouTube.
popped off in through the back wall
YouTube
position.
11.
And
Kita nonton TikTok
Terus
tadi.
tadi.
they are being galvanized. Smoggy just reclaimed at least the operator, but not get a chance to
Anjing.
take it.
Dari
Yeah, he's gonna
Valorant
be able to
tuh.
get it potentially all the way out of there. Not the worst prize in the world. Spike might be able to hear this. Might be jumping straight into him here.
It's important.
He'd love to keep the op.
Jadi
Oh, he'd
tadi
love
lu
to
nonton di
keep
TikTok
it.
anjing
Yeah,
dulu
he's
nonton
going to be able
TikTok
to. He's
tadi.
tucked himself into that safe little corner.
2.
And so
Cok sama
Kangkang's going to
stream
have a
lu.
prize for the next round. But Sal's happy
Damn.
about it.
Delay.
It's an anti-eco, but they convert it
Delay
really
banget.
cleanly, actually. The big trade from Spike onto Kangkang made all the difference.
Guys, gak ada
Spike's
buang
been
aja.
brilliant in playoffs too. He's a player that I think was up at the top of
Mending
all
lu
of
kasih ke
our
gue.
ideas about
Nih lu mau gak nih bekas gua nih?
was maximizing Neon's I guess
Oh, lu bekas
broken
gua.
kit, you could argue, before the nerves came
Banting,
through.
banting.
But man, he looks like
Banting
he's
gue.
touched here
Bilang
in
aja lu mau
London.
cuman ini sama gua kan, makanya lu mau bekas
And
gua.
he's not in any way
Anjir.
looking like he's hurt by the Neon nerves
Cuman
at all.
secara
He just
langsung.
looks like he's playing exactly the same.
Merinding gue sama kapan.
And in fact, better, I would say, compared to what he was doing, especially in terms of stats.
In terms of his
Itu
util
tuh kayak
usage,
muka ini anjir.
it's been
Kayak
sublime.
muka temen SD,
Key part of the
temen
reason why
SMP
they are
gue
such a
nih.
good team is stuns. It feels like he connects them every time onto an individual.
Temen si Pit.
100% when it comes to the precision. 9-9 though.
Siapa tuh?
EDG with his timeout, clearly feeling the heat and the pressure for the moment. They don't want to let this chance slip away because they have been in control
Maman.
here and there on
Halo
Pearl,
Bang
but Lev are
Salman.
clawing
Sudah
their
lama
way
tidak
back in.
ketemu.
Iya.
Yeah, whoever wins here will have a chance at revenge against HyperX in that grand finals.
Goyang ya Pak lu
And a
nyari
chance
cap.
to be able to fight for a trophy. Both teams have already done a great job of being able to get minimum podium positions.
Bang ini.
Right now,
Itu ada kapal.
eyes on bigger prizes.
Nggak ada suaranya nih.
Kang with that operator in his hand that was saved by Smoggy previously. The scoreline tied. Jenny under pressure early.
Kencangin nama kapan tuh?
Baru ada lu.
Udah nggak sih kencangin Bang Salman?
Left to his own devices, typically the way that EDG play this on the defense.
Apa kontol?
Happy to see what Jenny can cook up when
Sorry, gua pakai headset, jing.
Same game plan from Lev though, just taking that B-long control.
Kenapa?
King, taking up the orbs, making sure they can build up to the ults.
And here's the hot battle potentially over towards A-man.
Anjing giliran disaut dia nggak nyaut, tolol.
That haunt knows that
Bang itu
somebody's
depan
going to be up deep.
webcam lo apaan sih?
He's calling for utility
Itu
around the
boneka ya?
drone. Use to clear this position out. Kang's making a go for a here. Take a listen into Lev.
Bang Will, YouTuber.
Anjing jelek banget lagi pengen gue tojok bonekanya anjing.
Bang Will, YouTuber ya bang. Kamu masuk konten nggak?
Masuk. Jadi cari di Pornhub ya.
Aku live stream jangan lupa follow aku di Bigo live.
Bigo, apa tuh? Apa tuh?
Dia nggak tahu Bigo anjir, alhamdulillah.
Itu sama kayak Bling nggak?
Bling bling sama.
Well, potentially running into the ball, but they got the util to see if they can clear this one out. Still two players. Gonna take it out. Dismissed. Sold in an instant. It leaves it up to nobody. Kang once more. That will be going down with
Brian,
onto the clock, but back was position.
That was sharp.
Shot go wide. Bullets.
Kena sih anjir, Kang.
Punya pre gitu sih si itu.
Nah, Kang tadi kemana dulu itu?
Pakai primordial
King crafting that strat.
1 HP ya.
Pulling his teammates back towards him. Despite losing Neon,
blows.
the idea of blows ripping this Hunter's Fury deals with Smoggy, but how did they get the last two? Just beautiful timing on how they step in.
Nah itu tuh, dia nembak si ini nggak mati tuh. Nembak si Neon.
And rinsing any on-site crossfire setups there. Beautiful execution.
Hancur ini makanya, Cok. Aduh, kena comeback, Cok.
Going into the stack and still coming out on top.
Jadi kekejar ini.
Neon. Dangerous tidings awaiting him. Flash his face, it'll be forced to respect.
Sado's picking up these ult orbs freely around the map. 22 kills, ult after ult after ult.
I mean, how many is he on now? It's unbelievable.
They'll have
They are
another
not being
opportunity.
contested, are they?
No, not really. I mean, even if they are being contested, he's got the Phoenix Wall to just be able to lock that off. It's really nice theory that we're seeing here on London. Normally these AORs are the ones that the Phoenix would normally want to fight over in previous metas, but
banyak yang dukung
to be honest, the defenders, it's easier for them to challenge it. This is nice though, Smoggy pushing up over towards B as the Phoenix Wall dissolves for the attackers.
Gotta go.
Reinforcing of it all is a site, a stack on the eco for EDG. Yeah, big ults, big tools to use if it comes to it. Steel Garden could be beautiful. It'll even up the fight that's yet to come. Drone forward zone not going to be broken. I'm going to see that runner back again forwards, but there's that Steel Garden I was talking about. Flash up overhead. Side arms are going to be taken out, and Spike happy to once more play all the way forwards here. Dishing it out with the pellets. And all the way to fight sometimes that finish just
Ya, pakai jatuh lagi si Kang.
Aggression is the name of the game, and Lev, it barrels straight over EDG.
Pack mentality. Grouped up, dead balling. No chance for EDG to be able to pull out magic. Just sheer overwhelming
Anjir,
bodies.
Spike main Fortnite anjir itu pakai sorti.
What on earth is he supposed to do about that? And what is that snap?
Yo, okay.
Kasian lagi itu yang kena flick tadi.
24 kills across 20 rounds.
A good time at the Phoenix in. Sado is on one. Dictar as well, over the top alongside that Phoenix Wall. This time EDG looking like they might want to put the punish on. This constant orb grabbing. These players have been split up now behind the box. How the hell do you even get out of this one?
Pain satu.
Through now, but EDG, they're stacking it with bodies. The
Awal.
but the anti-positions, they are walking right into the shots.
DG ngapain kalian DG?
Molly at the back of the pillar. It's a pick your poison situation for EDG. They tried more.
Bisa Jenny lagi yang paling bawah.
Hardest possible challenge given up to Jenny. Nia's already on top of it. We're up to 12. Leviousa.
Kayak bot anjing Jenny, Cok.
Everything EDG throw at them. Every little counter idea. Lev have already got an answer for it. Neon holds the angle on the left side. Constant flashes being thrown out from Sato. He's the bait. He's the one drawing attention. Players are blinded. Players are melting over towards pillar. If you step into a fight with Lev, it feels like they've scrimmed it 1,000 times before. It's so practiced.
How did they cook it up on the fly? Manage it. The loser's bonus racking up here for EDG. They're able to at least scramble to give us some semblance of a bite. But again, the onus being placed on the star players. The Horn finally dealt with Kang. Oh, I'm feeling like
Masa 2 map doang
the
sih?
back of it.
Sato's going to grab that orb again. He's one away from another
Itu
Phoenix ult.
EDG
Ridiculous.
Mana gitu?
Shots landing at least
Enggak,
onto
maksudnya
Neon.
ini kan BO5.
Warning
Kalah,
shot.
kalau kalah lagi EDG masih ada.
Exchange on either side. Drone
Iya.
steps forwards here. Clearance, peace to mind grounded, at least onto the side of fast lane as well. It's going to be chopping this one up. Sato with the molly. Hot feed over towards the lane position, forcing EDG to concede a lot of this space. Second wave and level towards it. Smoggy now with his own running back. He wants to see if he can step forwards here. Healing out and helping out Jenny, but these shots again, they rattle either way.
Lowe's is kind of isolated here.
He is, but he's still fighting the target, still finding his marks. A player advantage here for Lev. I'm going to plant out just yet. As we divide.
Masih awal
Push
anjir.
the backhand away, and the space is going to be conceded here by Lev, but they have 35 seconds left. You have no other options, and they realize it. Reasserting themselves now. Taking up
Kalau lu
control.
tidur,
This is
EDG kalah.
shoulder to shoulder. This could be everything. This could be the map. For God's sake,
Kalau lu tidur, EDG kalah
takes the
sih.
peek past it, looking for the info. It's all up to Kang and Smoggy now. Kang's left. He's going. Walkabouts running to the opposite side of the map. It's all down to Smoggy on his shoulders. Flicking the wrist line off the dodge, and he can't quite land the shots. Time barely played down, but it matters not. It's a 2-0 lead in our lower bracket finals. Leviousa are taking no prisoners.
Gitu dong. Gitu dong.
Gitu kah? Friendly fightan kah? Friendly fightan kah? Final.
Udah dibilangin. Kasian cowok EDG, kan habis ketemu PRX masa ketemu lagi. Terus ini meta apa sih?
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. It all started when I got to the FIFA World Cup. And wow, thousands of Verizon customers.
Oh, you got the free Verizon tickets too? No, I'm...
With amazing seats.
I'm sorry. Okay.
And even pitch-side access.
Are you?
Udah hidup ya?
A Verizon customer.
This used to be for players.
Di fightan juga dia
Now
bantai
it's
PRX.
for Verizon customers. No one gets you
Oh ya,
closer.
Ini udah lama
Only
ya.
on Verizon.
Leviathan sejak main di lower tuh kayak makin improve nggak sih mereka mah?
Alhamdulillah.
Udah kenyang kah, bos?
In esports, legendary moments demand speed, scale, and soul. Players and fans bring the heart. Technology brings it to life. Every frame, every stat, every decisive play. In partnership with the Valorant Champions Tour, we're driving digital innovation that empowers the esports ecosystem to keep expanding. So players can focus on the game, and fans can focus on the moment.
Tired of off-season blues once Champs is over? Fear not, because Valorant is coming to the Esports Nations Cup, where players split from their clubs and compete for national pride. Will EMEA turn every round into a chess match? Is Brazil about to turn every map into ranked? Will Team USA ego peak every single angle? The final event of the year is not to be missed. Esports Nations Cup 2026. See you in November.
Break time is the perfect excuse to put the kettle on and make a cup of tea if you're British like me. But if you're here in the arena at home, you might want to grab a cup of water for this one. It's important to stay hydrated so you can lock in for the games. I've got some volunteers to show you how it's done. My friend James I met earlier.
Anjir,
Gonna
ada
kick things
sage.
up in 3, 2, 1.
Kok kejunya cowok?
Get drinking. Oh, I love this. We've got 2 people to the right of James.
Cewek ya?
They've already decided to get a
Salah
head
lihat.
start. It's turned into a little race rather than a wave of water. That's it, there we go. Down, down, down. Sage, the star of the show.
Gila, cheese
How
bro.
delicate. We need the crystals to stay on the face. Beautiful. We've got a little pinky up moment here. Got cat's eye on my head now. We got Killjoy. We seem to be doing this 2 by 2. We've got a race between Viper and Killjoy. Looks like Viper's won, but that's okay. Killjoy for the lovely, delicate finale. London,
Killjoy.
please make some noise for your agent drinking water. That's a reminder to you guys. Stay hydrated, enjoy the games.
Itu yang kedua siapa sih? Kedua sama yang ketiga?
Kedua.
Dari kanan.
Ini Reina ya? Dari kanan.
Nggak ada coba.
Ya itu dia nggak cosplay guys ya.
Ini ngomongnya agent. Berpikir sejenak. Aduh lapar dah. Lapar. Yang ketiga bisa jadi. Yang kedua itu nggak tahu.
Dan lagi kenapa cok mainnya cok? Masa 2-0.
3-1 kayak Python gua. Tebakan gua.
3-2 nggak sih?
By hook or by crook, Leviathan managed to climb back and win map 2, and it seems like things are only going to continue to heat up for EDG and Leviathan, but the fans are certainly enjoying outside here at the Fan Fest and at the Copper Box Arena. It's a little bit of a warm day outside. I sweat in pretty much all conditions, but I had a little hustle this morning, and let's just say your boy was leaking out there, so it's very, very warm.
Yeah, no better time to be in an air-conditioned arena watching this series that is
That's
so
right.
amazing.
Hey guys, do you like being in an air-conditioned arena watching video games? Yeah, right? Not bad. Not bad. All right, friends, let's go ahead and dive into what we were observing in that map 2, because I mean, look, the reality of the situation is, right, we came into this one saying Pearl is the map 2, that we need to pay attention to here, Mini, because this is a good map for EDG. But one of the things you prefaced was that America's teams tend to be quite good at this map because the region is quite good at this. Seems like your hypotheses came true.
Yeah, of course, and I think that to highlight early on, it was Neon getting those opening picks that was really crucial for them. But EDG bounced back in some of these rounds despite being down in the 4v5s, and were able to close out some of these tight situations.
Yeah, I think what was impressive was that after the first round of the series, looked like EDG honestly needed CPR. They were completely out of that game. They couldn't get back in. But here this looked a bit more like the HyperX game. The late round team fighting, even kind of stepping up to the big stage, taking some risks. The eco round where nobody, for example, is pushing up into mid and being able to get that one across the board in the second half. But at the end of the day, Lev took a timeout in the first half. They switched up how they were approaching these retakes, and they looked excellent in the team fighting to be able to bring this one back into control.
I mean, unbelievable stuff there. Of course, big plays as well were necessary in order for that to be the case, and I think you can see the fans kind of losing it out here. But that takes us to our Verizon high-speed moment from Neon, because again, yet another multi-kill from this incredible player, but more importantly, just giving this Leviathan team, Mimi, everything that they need in order to build up these rounds.
Yeah, this was one of those rounds that came right after Lev's own timeout. And notice how they're playing backside here. Both players playing close together. After Neon takes contact, EDG will try and swing into backside and punish him here. But he's just continually getting moments within this defined picks. That shot's just ridiculous with the headhunter.
That is nasty.
By the time he's done the work, the rest of the
Abis
team
ini masih stream.
arrives with Spike on the Neon. And then the
Emang lu yakin nih menang Leviathan? Sabar, jangan kelar anjir.
EDG really wanted to
Kalau ini
fight
udah
deep
kalau kelar
and
gua
get into
off stream.
backside in these post plants. And once Lev started fighting much heavier for that space, they found success.
Gua lanjutin nonton MBG gua.
EDG into the sites and just playing very passive. It felt like there was an active approach to fight those back lines, and it was working beautifully.
Yeah, it looked like they were like, hey, we're gonna peel back a little bit, but at a moment's notice, we're gonna push forward. Like, we're not just gonna only peel back. And I really liked seeing Leviathan just throw some variance in how they held a lot of these areas. And also, it just helps when you have a guy who's just out there shooting everyone in the face and just getting all the kills.
Who is, by the way, the youngest player on that stage. Could not even play at the beginning of this year.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro doesn't care. It's incredible.
Yeah, they started kickoff without him. Finally turns 18, steps up, plays his first full stage to qualify to make it here in Neon. That kid who was just on your screen a second ago, now a map away from going to the grand finals. And Mini, they're stepping into home territory here. This split has been excellent for Lev at this tournament.
Yeah, starting on the attack side here, every time they're doing that, they're just snowballing people over. Like, I know that we talk about this team and the amount of just, like, deathballing they can do, but this map, my God, they do it the best here. And on the defense side, there is a weakness in the fact that they played for the retake A quite a lot of the time, but no team has punished them yet. And it's going to be down to EDG whether they can find some of those reads.
All right, folks. We need to see if EDG can keep us alive in this series. Can they force that map 4? Or does Leviathan make history for South America here? And now let's send it back over to your casters, Bren and Sideshow.
On the cusp now is the pride of America, the last one standing against the last hope of China. But EDG will have one hell of a road ahead of them if they want to run this one all the way back. You're gonna have to do it. It'll have to be here on Split, one map, one round at a time. The Leviathan are looking primed, ready to go.
This is one of their best maps. This is one of those areas where Lev have been able to come through time and again. You know roughly what they're going to throw at you, but it's so damn hard to stop.
We've seen that individuality brimming from these Lev players. Don't get me wrong, EDG, no slouches. They've been punching back, answering back. They need a strong start here on Split. Lev, full access potentially gained over towards this A site. The Haunt's going to be clearing out all towards the back of the side. Kang. Timing potentially missed. It's a 1-for-1. The trait is good. Chichu is on top of it. Now re-clearing over towards that ramp.
Yeah, they're looking to push over towards screens as a reaction to this, though.
King watching Vor to walk up into mid, but 2 shots to the chest is all it takes. Sheriff in hand. Is that a straight there? That's just with the bandit. Long range. Kang taken out, 1 to the dome. Get it up now, flash in the face. Smoggy's going to have to be careful about this one. Chichu alongside him. Going to try and find a way past all of this pressure. Up and up towards screens. The crossfire setup that you just do not want to wade into. How the hell do you even win it out? You have no heavy control. The shot's still there. Damage done, Masato. That blanket insurance policy just swings out. Snaps up the pistol round for their squad.
They've got such great ideas about how they want to play post-plant situations on attack and defense. They're a very difficult team to play against. Look at that swing. They get set up to run a trap play over towards screens, realize the ramp retake's happening. Sato just slides back in, and he's been utterly phenomenal today. Over a kill per round in the series. It's just crazy.
Yeah, there's been no pressure on his shoulders. Saw him skipping in the back halls just after that last map.
3-0 nggak sih ini?
Kayaknya. At least 1 kill claim, and that seize is good for the follow-up. Sato getting ever closer to once more, never run it back, and he's been earning these ults up like they are nothing.
Sumpah 3-0 nggak? Belum jam 11 ini anjing. Jam 10 aja belum anjing.
The defaults are practiced, the post plants practiced. The idea of building up these little micro objectives like the ult orbs, they just never let an edge go unexplored. And of course, this level of discipline too, always expecting the counterplay when they are up.
Kemarin serem banget ya Jenny ya.
It does offer opportunities sometimes,
Beda cok, beda lawan, beda
stack an
aim,
area
beda ini
to
cok.
get a
Beda
play
hari juga
happening, but
aim nggak selalu konsisten.
broadly speaking, this is how Ono wants them to control the game. Yeah, King's attack side calling.
Mereka bisa maintenance saja
It is
sih.
really difficult to penetrate.
He's got that
Tetap
explosive
biasa,
firepower.
kalau lagi nggak nembak, ya.
Surrounded by young
Nembak.
talent. Very different King this
At
time
least
around
mereka
with the squad that he is
tetap
with.
mempertahankan
He's looking for his
kayak
chance of
crosshair
revenge, not just against EDG, but
gitu dah.
to go all the way to the finals.
Yeah, last time nobody and King were IGLing against each other.
Kalau disangkut pautin dengan
Last
agama,
boss on the
anjay.
team, you know, huge names, players that you build
Game ini
entire styles
sama kayak
around.
judi cok, kalau disangkutin dengan
Now it's
agama
very much
anjir.
them taking
Oke-okean
new talent
anjir.
and crafting them into
Kalau peluru tuh lagi nggak kena
whatever
kepala,
style they
ya
want.
udah nggak kena.
Back in
Kalau kena, kena.
2024, King ended up losing that match against EDG. Obviously, the
Gambling,
rest
Jir.
is history.
Gambling,
We all know that
gambling.
one. EDG going on to lift that trophy.
Namanya game, kita nggak bisa nganin sistem kan. Kadang kita kayak ada ke kepala tapi nggak ke kepala, nggak kena. Padahal ini udah bener-bener
It's a
kepala.
rifle, but he's looking to see if he can get a clean exit out of here.
Berarti apa?
Damage being a name
Game
in the
ini
game for
adalah
EDG.
judi cok. Jadi kalau kalian main judi, kalau kalian main game,
couple of shots now.
otomatis kalian ngikut
At
judi.
this point, Lev realizing they are penned in. The snake bite and the nade is actually quite nice. It's going to keep them corralled,
Jadi, uninstall
collected
sekarang,
into the
guys.
corner. You're going to sidestep into that snake bite. The shot.
Nah, tuh nembak apa tuh kangkang tuh? Apa tuh kangkang tuh?
That's ridiculous. How the hell has EDG not
Ya, kayak
done
gitu
more
cok,
there?
nggak ada yang kena satu peluru pun tiga biji.
The Lev players survive. The round was always going the way of Leviousa.
Masa nggak sampai jam 10
But at
Jir?
least EDG could have taken some of the sting
Nah
out
nih,
of this bonus.
tuh nembak apa tuh?
Especially
Ah,
a team that is
nembak
so
apa
skilled.
cok?
That's
Ah.
a deep playbook. It is dangerous to let them keep a load of rifles. And Sato's one away from the orb.
Oh gitu, pas Ustaz udah pas. Dia ini mati terus nih. Udah tahu kill satu masih juga di pick.
He's playing here.
Udah tahu bad day.
In their last game. Puts a priority for EDG to try and hold on to that B heaven control because he will be isolated if they lose
Lawarnya
control, but
apa
they
ini cocok.
don't seem to care about mid whatsoever.
Well, they're just hyper
Jadi
focused
kayak
right now.
ngerperek
This
anjir
is
lawan
such an area
NS.
that Lev like to play around. But when you lose it early on and then
Ascendant
Neon
versus
breaks a
Fabian.
trailblazer, this could be a B repop. This could be a B split. They can go anywhere with Sato's ultimate. EDG look to take the fight.
Spike sini ini real neon terus anjir. Mulai nggak deh?
Sounds like for the re-exploration and now mad dash and scurry away from EDG.
They already have the protocols. They already know how they want to play these situations.
Flash though.
Chichu's used his snake bite. Nobody would have to hit a shot here as they take garage.
Would. We're planning for the full rotation, but now
Ngantuk jing ya kan, ngantuk gua.
37 seconds left. Flash round to the side. Nobody hoping to get lucky here. A little bit of spam onto that line. Another flash of his own.
juga habis
Doesn't make the play to push this one forward. She's just buying time as well and making it.
Orang-orang luar nih mainnya gitu guys, mainnya lama cok.
Still it goes counterbalance towards the other
Makanya
direction.
itu yang bikin ngantuk jing.
Angle accounted for. She just take Kang. He's gonna do his best. Swift couple of kills there, but with 13 seconds on the
Lihat,
plan.
kali hitungnya di berapa round. Tiap mereka planting, itu timernya lihat, merah terus anjing. Baru ke plan, tak pernah putih cok. Mereka planting di bawah 20 detik terus anjay.
What a round from Spike. Look at that opener. Perfect crosshair placement. And then the second kill he gets, just spamming off the Phoenix ult. That regens another slide. Destroys Chichu, crosses him up, no chance. And cleans things up before they can get too dangerous. Disrespecting a boombot to help his IGL.
I'm him.
Yeah, you are, bro. He has been more of the neon than neon at this event.
Yep.
He's been exceptional. There were other people that we were looking at across this tournament. You know, Koshmaras, is he going to turn up and take London by storm?
That's the issue, right? A lot of these teams, they leaned into the neon. They didn't change too much around it. I think Lev have come into this very aware of what's different about neon this time around. Movement got nerfed, you can't shotgun as much. You don't see them lean into that as much, maybe for a bonus round, maybe, you know, investing into the anti-eco, but they've found their footing and their stride. Modal players on this Leviathan squad that
HyperX
just come alive, take
lama
over
begitu
rounds,
dimajuin.
time
Makanya
and
kalau
time again.
HyperX main adrenalin
It's difficult to even hunt
makanya,
for
Cok.
any semblance of that win condition, the coin-based win con.
Yeah, I think EDG will just be looking... I mean, their initial plan right now of refighting over B main is failing entirely. So you've got to try something else. We've seen teams look to take the B main fight against Lev. We've also seen teams try to push down mid as Lev take B main. We've also seen teams try to push out A really heavy to punish King, who's often holding in that area. Coming out of attack timeout, though, Lev love to go A.
Yeah, looking like a potential fast hit all the way through. There's going to be a fast lane to cut this one up, but nobody. It turns himself now forwards with that Bucky in hand. Chichu from the top ropes. Neon, head rolling off the shoulders. It's Lev that are heavily punished, heavily slapped down to earth. The gravity of their situation finally settling in.
One of those spots where Lev should have mixed up what they normally do. The timeout into the A-pop, we've just seen it so many times before, and EDG were ready. The snake bite, the Bucky, tore him to pieces, and now they're in a 2v5 Leviathan.
Ya, kita lihat ya, ini run keempat ya. Kalian lihat tuh ya, itu waktunya lihat tuh ya. Lihat waktunya, semenit kan, nah dan udah semenit nih.
Immediately take the fight, Bucky in hand.
Tunggu tuh waktu merah berplanting anjir. Every round, man.
Weaponry being exchanged across the
Even
board.
they have a gun, bro.
Fired off towards that B heaven.
Lihat, 5v2 still play slow. What the
Both
fuck?
players missing the timings on each other there, though, as Blows and Jenny cross paths.
See how it goes, though. 38 seconds left. It is an open B site for the plant. Well, you can't give ins here for Leviathan.
30 detik baru planting anjing.
With that haunt,
I know lah, playtime.
He's pushed incredibly deep.
Tapi kita bisa nyalain juga, Cok. Orang mereka turnamen nih.
Watch for here. Lucky to be alive as the shots
Kita
just
kompe
whistle
lah.
past. Along with those bullets, we're going to see him.
Makanya kadang orang
It's the
kesel
reload.
kadang
They
kan
are being
kompe dibawa
surrounded
kayak main
slowly,
kayak
surely at
ini.
that.
Trying to lure in that B main player that they know is
Gak
there.
worth it nggak sih anjing?
See now Blows already inserted himself down
Kalau
towards
mereka
that
worth
line.
it.
Hold on, the damage is being done. Players picked apart, picked to pieces. But the composure
Nah,
doesn't quite
kalah kah?
damage. King can't do it all.
Ya, lawan 2 orang kali, lawan 2 sisa 2 anjir. Berdarah-darah,
Continuation of
Cok.
that form. He's the one who set that round in motion. He's the one to close it.
The IGL's clashing swords towards the end.
Berdarah-darah anjing.
Putting those 4 kills on the board. His
Anjing
first
mengantuk
4
anjing.
split. And the Mastercard's Drifty comes through. I think mostly this is a really
Anjing
nice
sakit
read
banget
on what
kaki dia.
Lev like to do coming out of timeouts. I don't think this is the kind of thing that you can normally read into too heavily. Because Lev, outside of those anti-eco timeout moments, they do like to mix things up a ton. So now we get back into the bread and butter rounds. What is EDG's game plan? How have they adjusted it? With the tag timeout that Autumn took, they were fighting B main. Now, Kang takes his op over towards A ramp. And Lev are fast up mid.
All the way forwards is going to be applying pressure to this ramp control. Kang, see what he off. So Trailblaze immediately broken. King posturing like there's potentially more of a presence than there actually is. Putting a bit of fear into their step. And B main control was conceded in the process. Now we're seeing an overdrive, offloaded Spike. Leading this one forward, the rest of his team. Court's going to be clearing a significant portion of this one, but now Smoggy. Oh, no way! It's the rocket whipped away. Now you're going to see this one not come at all. Jenny! Ankles being broken. It's Neon running a mockery on the round.
Nah, Kangkang nembak apa, Kangkang?
Forces them to bow.
EDG have just been torn to pieces. And the crowd, this whole event, has been
Tenang
on
lu,
EDG's side,
dasar abang
but you
Ratatouille.
can't help but love what you're watching here. As they get ripped asunder. This entire plan
Gue baru tahu, Cok. Di situ,
Neon as he's
si Neon main omen anjing.
and he outplays them utterly.
Buset. Anjir.
You can see it on the face of the EDG players.
EDG udah nyerah nggak sih ini mah? Nyerah aja.
Yeah, not all is lost.
Kapak udah meliur gini, tanda
Nobody was
ngantuk
able
ya.
to do it for them before. This time, though, Lev not willing to straight down the gullet.
It's another
Apa melior itu
anti-eco,
artinya
another
kenyang
A push,
masih.
or at least an A-side default. But King hits the
mencair,
brakes and
Cok.
decides to back off as soon as they realize EDG have gone for that same defense side read.
Sumpah.
It looks like the prep is there in
Sumpah,
terms of
kasur enak
stopping
banget
Lev's
lihat,
A hit.
anjing.
But it's the normal
nggak
B
minum
main
kopi?
default and
Lu
the
nggak
B
jadi beli kopi
splits
ya?
with that mid
Lu
pressure
minum kopi dulu.
Gara Moyo tadi.
that EDG have no
Moyo
answers for currently.
Steady walk up through mid.
Lagian.
The read is nice though, with them cutting noise and starting to gather over towards B. Kangkang will have a chance to influence the round.
Stack is in the right place.
Yeah, shot with the Sheriff and Bladestorm activated.
Kalah EDG kalau lu tutup mata.
There are chances.
Definitely are.
Tinggal berak, Leviousa menang. Ini gua take a nap bentar aja nih, udah kayak menang deh.
Rebounds, let's get the connection they were looking for. C's already going to be utilized, but King has that control over towards A main. He's calling for the chance to reinforce, go back over towards his A direction, but his hesitancy in their step. I mean, it's beautiful calling though. He's got the complete A side open. 20 seconds, now we're seeing it. Satchel's across all the way. The CDG's trying to catch up to what the state of the round looks like. The paranoia is good, but the rifle's even better. All the way onto the side though, 30 seconds remaining. This plan needs to be denied. Any chance, any opportunity before. Already committing this one with a plan. Kangkang.
Kangkang lu Kangkang.
Wih. We've been away and around.
Woi.
Finally dealt with.
Jadi panas dia.
Coming alive. The final hour when his team needed it.
Lu telat banget.
Still blows, you can't count him out. And as that smoke blooms and blossoms, it's nobody's life that's removed. Jenny, ghost in hand, barely anything at all to work with. He's got to find a power forwards, but with that upgrade found rifle now with a deep team. Jenny, finding his mark, finding his footing now, but time's starting to get away from him. Blows aside, stepping it all.
Anjir.
There are too many threats on this Leviathan team for EDG to navigate, even with Kangkang. Utilizing the Guardian, a historic weapon for him in big moments, in big matches. He picks off three, spinning around. No help, no support. Again, very individual from EDG today. They are really finding it tough to sync their ideas up together and play off each other. Even their best moments have been on the backs of those individual rounds. Lev going for a bit of a fake A-ramp control here. Spike not connected.
He's all the way up.
Gua udah nggak bindeng.
Well, he's stuck in the open.
The fundamentals of Lev still reigning. Finding these kills, can't feel the pressure knowing that they've lost that mid-control. He steps forward, wants to take a fight towards B-main Jenny. Again, still hard committed to paranoia. Sweeps and Kangkang capitalizes already, but that swing wide out. He's going to be backing himself up and away to smoke to potentially play around. It's going to come down to the reactions here, just spotting out the players, but blows! Just straight there from the side.
Ngapain Jenny?
Walking a catwalk. Bullets into the bodies of the EDG. They're finding weaknesses now, but this is all up to nobody. Up gives them a bit of space, but it's still up to nobody in a 1v3. It's going fishing, hunting, spraying and praying, hoping for the connection.
3-0 udah ini.
Tries to play it quietly for now. Waits to see if Lev will make that first move, the first slip up for them. Drops the gun, tries to bait the swing. Making him think that he's saving that operator, but still the bullets firing now, revealing it. But he picks up the operator precisely.
Tadi fake, giliran mau beneran cabut nggak keluar mereka.
The Brazilian fans here in London are having so many opportunities to taunt and cheer these EDG players left alone in 1vx's. It feels like every round, Lev are finding opportunities to just put the squeeze. Look how isolated Kangkang is there. Playing for his own value towards B-main. Jenny hiding inside a smoke. There is no attempt to play off each other, to hold angles for each other.
Purely individuals.
At some point halfway through Pearl, they just decided solo plays were going to win the game, which is wild.
Against Leviathan, as we said, they've been tempered, honed to a deadly edge. Coached by Ona. He's not one to let any sort of lack of discipline slip.
I thought we were going to see Kangkang rip the Bladestorm in the previous 2 rounds and try to convert a situation where they, might have been able to find it winnable. Here he pops it on what's essentially a full eco.
It's a deep insert through mid. He's going to be the first one to see signs of life potentially, trigger the paranoia. Orb up though, holding for the flash. Trap play set up straight off of Kangkang's contact. Right clicks. It's an updraft and a dash though, and he's back out and away. They don't want to overplay their hand.
But the right click, now he's got no knives to work with. Where's the threat now for EDG?
No gun at all. Deep haunt. Trail's going to be pointing directly towards potential players here, but a classic. Just can't get it done. 4v4. Still danger here when the time gets as low as it is, and nobody's going to be hearing this. Many footsteps moving towards it. Running back, no. Utilized now to lead it forwards. Nobody at least takes him out, but Nightfall going to be scattering across. Cuts away a couple of these sound cues. Nobody! Still sidestepping. He's dancing around the pillar. He's making it work. Time ball for the rest of the squad to get in. Util flooding and flowing straight overhead. It's going to be slowing and stunting it. Nobody somehow grabbing another one for his troubles. And surely that's enough.
Nice.
EDG back from the brink, another massacre. Thrifty.
Congrats, 2 round.
Read the stack. Bodies in. But these rounds are coming few and far between, and a lot of them are coming through on Thrifties across the last 2 halves. Hello. That's a win.
30 seconds left.
Not where the orb was supposed to go, but I don't think it particularly influeed the outcome of the round. Might have allowed EDG to stack bodies a little more confidently over towards B, I suppose.
Yeah.
Kankang's trying to get the energy back up. This map has not felt winnable so far for EDG, but they need a bit of belief.
Be what they needed. Pit's going to be blocking out that access to B main.
I like that idea from Chichu instead of using it in mid, as most people would go for.
Yeah, I mean, Lev put such a high priority over towards that B main, controlling their attack. Farming up the orbs, taking control early.
And you have Kankang's up on the other side of the map. Getting deeper now with the Trailblazer. Creates a timing where Smoggy's got to try to put a little bit of pressure in mid.
He's walking all the way up. This is brave, but he just misses his chance. Slight jiggle. King, surely you're not going to be stepping straight back into this one. Oh my goodness, the nerves. And nobody left to defend.
Ini emang ini Viper ya?
He's good. Going to be missing the spike still. Leading it forwards for his team. We're going to the side backs. Turn no. Kankang potential to feast. Destroying and decimating them. And once more that time. King forwards into main. He steals with one of the challenges. Spike's going to be picked up. Gives you chances to pivot, but you've only 30 seconds remaining. Which direction do you move into? It's a noise bait. Sound being made as they jump down into the vents, but the actual goal going to be towards the A side. And that leaves it up to Jenny.
Jenny can stay hard anchored here. He's always got the ult to be able to play off, but the play's coming into him.
He's just walking straight into the line. He's not ready for it at all. And that's the anchor play that potentially could have played spoiler. No paranoia. Level left guessing. Where can his players be? Smoggy. Quick shot straight to the dome. Time, 4 seconds. He's missed it. It's no time at all. Chichu's running him down. But it's going to be round 1 for EDG. By the finest of margins. Neon there deciding to take the fight into Smoggy. It's 2 rounds by the skin of their teeth, but EDG are putting them together, putting them on the board. What a miracle round from Kankang too. Stepping forward through the snakebite down to 30 HP and then down to 1 inside a C's. Always confident to take the refight.
1 enemy remaining.
And Lev really needed to put more focus, more attention on him.
Apa diem-diem takut tidur gitu.
See Kankang activating and stepping up here once more. Nobody was seen a repeat of the play. We're seeing a repeat of the goddamn play. Shotgun to Chichu from that high ground. Seen it all before. And Lev once more punished as a result of it. Paranoia is good. Stops him for now. Gonna need to see sharp shooting.
Tidur aja nggak sih kita jokin.
Pressed into a corner, forced into unfavorable positions, and kills are not being offered up as freely as they were before. Smoggy plays with a bit more discipline, gets the information, backs it up, but this is very individualistic. Now blows, looking forward, hold on, finds his one, but trade is quick, and Jenny secures the spike for his team.
EDG look a lot more comfortable defending over towards A.
Mending ngopi, Kap.
And Kankang's op is just filling the gaps.
Kenapa nggak jadi beli kopi, Cak?
King shouldn't be allowed an easy kill here. High-low setup for Jenny and Chichu. There it is. Confirmed. Spike was dropped down into their laps. EDG look quite nice whenever Lev are opening on the A side of the map. Nobody has been reading those rounds beautifully, by the way. He always seems to be in the right place at the right time when the King wants to start.
Gula udah banyak banget masuk
on the east
badan.
And there's a strong correlation too between when Kankang has been able to get the op in his hands and the way that EDG have found success. It's not always because of him so much as he allows the team to stack in the opposite direction. They've just got so much faith and confidence in their superstar.
Joget Brazil nggak? Biar gak ngantuk.
Lev take a timeout though.
Yep,
On
saatnya.
He's looking for that coin-based win condition to get back on top of the game. They've still got an advantage of 2. But it was that B main control into mid pressure that was working so beautifully for them. He also has lots of fast rounds in the bank. So if Spike's money is not looking great, they absolutely could just keep the Bucky and send it.
He's got the overdrive too.
Gue habis bikin smoothies
many
aja
threats waiting on the other side of this timeout.
Semangka. Jujur enak.
Whoever is going to be playing over towards that B heaven area, I think it's going to have an absolute task on their hands. If Kankan finds himself in the right spot, maybe the Jet Oppa could do it, but he's going to pick up a ramp instead. And this to me does look quick.
EDG menang, Kap, bangun, Kap.
I think to be heavy emphasis placed onto mid.
I think the Snakebite and the Paranoia are going to have to do work here for Chishu and Jenny.
Striking this one up. It's a deep wall. It's going to be used at the final few moments. Doesn't reveal a hand until now. Galvanizing opener. Let's see it from Spike all the way forward to that overdrive. It's pure disrespect. Shuts it down, runs straight past that util, forces the issue for Smoggy. He's got to fight his way forward. But the extra element of that deep TP, Neon.
Lu jangan dukung Lev ya. Jangan dukung Lev.
It's the power of Lev.
Karena taunya
Even
kalah.
when you think
agak nih gue dukung EDG dan gue dukung kalah mereka juga.
Massive advantage here. EDG might even think about saving.
Udah
You're in
ngawur
round
deh.
11. And Kankan's got an op that he would really love to have. It's been working out for them in the slower pace that King's brought to the game. But the scrapbook is just such a massive asset for this squad.
Filled to the brim. Whenever they're in a tough spot, whenever they feel like they're losing control of the game, 3 rounds, EDG win. Panic
7
button
ronde lagi,
hit.
semangat dulu.
Owner calls it for them. Fast little B split play. Ults online for them to really make sure it hurts.
You have to be set up to deny them some level of B main control in case it's slow. You have to be set up to stop a fast A hit in case they go in that direction out of attack timeout. And then you also have to be ready for these kind of set plays up through mid B heaven. Your defense is just stretched too thin. Chichu and Jenny trying to do their best there with whatever tools they had available. But you see Jenny's inside of his smoke animation. The tempo just runs him over. He gets bulldozed.
Again, the stuns is just picture perfect. Exactly where they needed it from Spike.
Sato is 1 away from having his ult online. I think you would expect Lev to go B main, but EDG have not been able to deny them this area.
See it. TP's going to be heard here. Smokes are going to be thrown out. Just cuts up the angle here. It's another wall to cut this one up. Prowler forwards, making sure to clear the way.
You never know what timing they're going to pick on the B-pop. They can go fast, they can re-hit.
Might be looking to go for it now. Here it is, all in, explosive style. It's pathing onto the other side of the pit. Damage, definitely done. She's just going to try and dismiss and slap them all down from that high ground angle. But a trading immaculate still brings it into a 2v2. Very much winnable position here for EDG. Boombot.
Neon backed up, and he's just left King completely alone.
I see it onto the side now. Nate's going to be pushing it back and away. Just spotted out his position, and Kankan dropping it down.
He's begging roll. He's begging for Neon.
Oh, Neon buruk Neon anjing. Lama kali temen lu sudah diterkepit di sini,
With the rifles now, they are putting the squeeze. King needs a bailout, needs some assistance. Spam through the box. Couple of stray shots, wondering where they might be. Smoggy turning them all the way around. And a showstopper. The finish exactly
udah ngeflank. Masih ya.
5-7, just down by 2. But it's a very much winnable scenario. Very much gives them significant chances to take this a little bit further.
It's the first round where we see EDG setting up these high-lows, trying to play off each other, holding hands with Kankang and Smoggy. They're finally relying on that teamwork and team fighting.
It's a wonderful end here for EDG to just pull it back to that 7-5 half. Still going to be down, but for now, we can see what happens on the other half of this one. I'm going to send it down to Frankie. She is hanging about. We're now with Leviathan's biggest supporters.
The Leviathan fans have turned up in London, so we want to hear the kind of noise they can make. But first of all, Boa, how are the team feeling this morning? Because you're their manager, you look after them.
No, the boys are well fed. They rested well, so they're very prepared for today. Let's go.
And you can see that on the stage. If they're able to win the second half, they're going to the grand final. Fernando, as the owner, the founder of Leviathan, please teach us the chant.
Okay, let's go with Vamos la Levianeta. All together. Vamos la Levianeta. Vamos la Levianeta. Vamos la Levianeta. Vamos la Levianeta.
I think I'm going to be hearing that when I go to sleep at night tonight. I feel like that's definitely going to give the boys a boost, but they are their own cheerleaders, Boa. They're always hyping each other up on stage. Who is the main hype man of this team?
Actually, Sato, Neon, all of them. All of them. Sometimes here people think it's just Sato, but all of them, they scream to each other. They go crazy with each other. So,
and what about backstage, Fernando? Are you giving the team a pep talk?
No. They know what to do, so I not make a pressure. So now I'm enjoying now. They have to win now.
I mean, no pressure, boys on stage. Your boss is watching you. I think it's going to be incredibly emotional if this team makes it to the grand final after this map. But you know what? It could go the distance because EDG are looking fired up. One more time, Leviathan, make some noise! Let's head back into the game.
Leviathan, all cheers, all smiles for this team. They know that they're on the cusp of something great. Been able to take it down multiple teams already at this event. They're on a lower bracket.
Makan belum? Udah coy, ini
Could be
bukan
one for the
cek
history
makan
books of
coy.
VCT if they were able to close it out here and now.
Cek makan
They're
coy,
also the
Andika.
Kingslayers. They seem to be coming for the teams that have won the Champs trophies before. Eliminated NRG. EDG look like they're on the chopping block next. Never been all over them in this game. Last few rounds, EDG have managed to pick something up, but this defense side is normally strong for Lev.
Leon.
The double duelists are going to have to go crazy for EDG. I'm looking towards Kang Kang and Smoggy.
We've seen it before, even at this very event. Able to get it done onto Split, and now looking to see if they can set this one step forwards. Dodging and juking up towards the top, and Ansado just seeing if he can make himself a bit of a nuisance. Neon, it's a fadeaway shot, but already the kills claimed. EDG with the advantage. The plan now to go down, stepping forwards into the smoke. Punished! Kunga's got it. Watchful eye, dominating the position. Random shots at Neon, just going wide. Waiting it out. Not too many more opportunities to be finding themselves here. Kang Kang and Jenny. Quick cleanup. To piss off EDG, that's what we were saying. Takes a lot to take this team down.
Kang Kang's great in this round. Steps forward, dominates the smoke the Neon throws. Shuts down any attempt. That's a ridiculous shot. But one of the few that they landed.
Med kah, EDG med kah.
EDG got in, found the pick that they needed, stopped any retake from happening. The retake protocols from Lev on A are really strong. If EDG can focus in the rifle rounds around getting into B with their double duelist comp, I think that can be a big win con for them. And they need this map.
Hello.
They need every map.
Neon trying to do his Forsaken cosplay. All the way forwards here, might be able to put a punish on the Chichu because those shots are going wide as anything. Snake bite, a bit done. Said it! What's he done? He's trying to shank him in the face, hoping that they'll run him down.
Yeah.
Just give access to EDG though. Get the plant down onto A. Funneling the orbs into Smoggy. And he's going to be looking to see if he can collect a couple of eco kills himself.
EDG might have an idea of where these players are going to be hiding, waiting to die to the spike. Ideally, it would be Smoggy. Spectre in hand. These are looking like 3 tasty ult points down here if Smoggy can find them.
I've been placing an emphasis onto it, but how do you get down into the vents? Not being punished for it. Love chances. Satchel's a nice way to do it. Still, just the one. Quick cleanup. Neon straight on top of it. Time running out.
Dua,
Gonna go down here. Nobody looking to see if he can reclaim some of the investment.
Yeah, he does. He grabs the Spectre towards the end.
Pasti?
It's pretty decent for Smoggy, but honestly, he's 2 away from the showstopper. Not sure we necessarily need to see this again.
I mean, We're going to include a knife too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a long replay.
I mean,
oh, okay.
He thought he had a sword.
Yeah.
Thought he had a pike to be able to work with rather than a blade.
Out of options.
Took Masters London a bit too literally.
7-7 now.
I think that the B side of the map is where EDG are really going to thrive with this composition. Here comes that Lurk Viper orb that we've seen teams run many times before. Yeah. Smoggy probably wants to try to work for the orb if he can, the ult orb that is. But any pops out through this are going to be hard for Lev to hold.
Yeah, we're going to see the volley going to be used. That's preemptive. And that Neon, no, he's been caught out. Always so good for it. The flash forwards is a flood. Caught for, but they don't know about Smoggy. They don't know about Chichu. Running away with it now. EDG, bonus idea. My God, Blow still going to be making a good go forwards. The barrel. He's just been completely caught unaware.
I think he thought it was a dropped weapon.
Yeah, potentially.
That's crazy. This round is brilliant, though, from EDG. It shows you what their best idea of being able to convert these rounds are.
Menang dia.
They've got that Viper orb. They can always be threatening some kind of slow take through B main. But if they get in position to pop with a Jet raise comp, they're just all over you before you even realize. Smoggy took positioning towards New Box before Neon was even thinking about having to deal with an entry player. And then Chishu is so fast into hell. Spike doesn't think about that. Doesn't even cross his mind. EDG have done what they need to get back into split and start that long road to the grand finals.
It's Kang taking a stand, empowering the crowd.
Sudah lemas kah?
Right, look at that for this squad. Yeah, the pathing is just sublime.
I'd say that is the bread and butter B default from EDG. You get Kang with his cloudburst pathing towards the newsstand. As Smoggy either goes to the new box or even past it in this situation.
Kelihatan ikut turun.
And if you've watched the VODs of Lev, Neon wants to teleport out of his anchor position a lot and will go over towards what he assumes is a smoke towards CT. But that time EDG didn't even use a smoke in spawn. Neon just TPs out and Smoggy knows he's got a free kill.
Yeah, he's very good for it.
You go.
He knows when to push the limits, overstay, just fully evacuating. Tactical timeout taken by Lev here. This is their time of interjection. They realize it's because EDG, they've got a ton of momentum behind them. Clearly they've worked out something over towards the B site.
Rumahku kan kayu,
Bang. Rounds have gone the way of EDG. Some early felt like it was based on individuals. But later on, we're seeing more and more of their ideas and their teamwork shine. The timings in round 12 defense and round 13, 15 on attack, they're really tightening it up, putting the screws on Lev.
The obvious play here for EDG to try and earn up Smoggy's ult. No stopper.
But I think the obvious reaction from Ona is to fight much more heavy over towards B main. And that'll work even in the rifle rounds where EDG don't need an ult orb.
Ini lemari.
TP, it's a fake into the corner here. The flash is good. Kangan's just walking all the way out, but he's got that dash to get back to safety.
Good positional awareness, even when he was blinded up there.
Except they've got the heal in the back pockets. King has the rifle. Spots.
Udah tuh kerayu aja tuh.
This round.
You know the blows is going to be on heaven. Exact same spot he holds in about 90% of the rounds. Here he's going to drop into an A anchor spot, anticipating EDG gearing up for that A exit. Instead, nobody has pump faked it beautifully. He's drawn all of these defenders away from B.
They've called a phenomenal round here. 50 seconds left. The Prowler doesn't see anything, and they've realized, wait a minute, we may have been
Lu mau ini bantu.
We're too hasty in terms of the rotations. We're not getting players into position while EDG are walking up.
setengah-setengah gitu dulu boxnya gue.
It was a nice call to do the A fake, but they missed the timing on it.
Still looking towards that mid angle. Neon's going to be able to delay this for quite some time. 30 seconds left. Paranoia is there.
Gue ini enak gue.
Just want to take the timing now, but with it, util sailing
mana gue ngeliat anjing.
Cuts it up into the corner.
No. Trilogy ya.
Iya, mango sticky rice.
Somehow playing him into safety.
Kayak makan nasi.
Time is of the essence. EDG. They're going to go towards his site. The plan is to go down here with no real problems. Defended in time.
They just love to
Pernah yang
make the
dingin.
fans sweat a little.
Oh yeah.
Kayak minum ini kan.
It's a nice call, but they missed the timing. Had to go into a full stack of bodies.
Ini kok buram sih?
Again, it's nobody. The IGL who takes first contact. Just making sure that his
Kenapa?
players
Apa gua?
on the entry are not going to get caught.
Gue diculik Bangson.
Ults online.
Iya.
So lucky. So lucky.
Gue kan lagi solo main Valo. Serius. Gue lagi solo main Valo. Terus kelar match gue di lobby. Terus di invite sama not good FPS.
Nice idea.
Evens out.
It's a fake though. They're luring blows
Ferg,
out of his normal
main.
position.
Ini
Take up space
siapa
over
ya?
towards the A side as a
Bangson
result of
anjing.
it.
A double fake actually. They're going back to Smoggy. Let's take a listen to EDG.
Main mak.
Oh, Bang Ferb ini baru join server ceritanya.
Iya, aku baru. Aku anak baru kak.
Baru banget. Kok kayak pernah lihat namanya ya? Dia keluar masuk lagi ya?
Baru apaan April anjing?
Siapa gua? Gua apa Bang Will sih?
Lu dipanggil Will di sini.
Bang Will, Bang Ferb, Bang Rizky, apalagi ya? Oh, Alin, gua Alin. Gue ya. Gue tuh udah lama ya.
So many layers to what's going on
Mana sih
there.
ngeceknya?
They ripped the showstopper off barrier because they're expecting Lev to fight for B main. That's the most obvious tactical adjustment that Lev would have made. When Smoggy gets
Gue join
all
tuh
that
dari pas
position
gue
on
main
B, they cancel.
Roblox.
The idea of going back over towards A, head to B, get the plant down, and then there's lurks on lurks on lurks because of
Pernah
that
sama
double
Bang ini,
fake
sama
setup.
Bang
Nobody
anjing,
individually
lupa
and in
banget.
terms of the
Bang Wan,
calling,
iya.
getting one up here, putting the pressure back on Lev.
Cuman gue dulu tuh pas awal join di sini main Halo sama pas Kak Aca belum bisa kompe tuh dulu. Bang Son juga dari awal.
Nah, Aca belum kompe mainnya nggak ya? Tapi gue juga waktu itu belum bisa kompe.
Berarti gue pernah dong ngobrol sama Bang Ferb ini.
Anytime there's a big team fight brawl like this, we saw it on Pearl as well. Lev looked more practiced. If it's a giant 5v5 fight, a big skirmish, the trading and the util does tend to favor the American squad.
One enemy remaining. Follow.
But if you create chaos, if you slip individuals into little gaps, EDG, they've got those opportunities. And if they can find a big exec this time going over towards A, this blow's good for it. They know where he's going to be posted.
Smoggy, he's got to judge in hand. Forwards! Just want to be nerve, but not that much. Can't go straight there with a blade sword, but a right click. Dismissing them completely out of his grasp. Lev, peeling back and away.
Tidur.
Lost control of this one. Giving him control of the space inside the smoke. It's Kankan just backing out. He knows the internal timer ticking. Smoke dissipating. Here's it sound cues. There's good tracking.
Well, there's the Neon Nerf in action.
Straight back at you.
Nampak tas monitor.
They don't care too much about this.
Like bar.
1v4 EDG find their way to 11.
And this is very nice game plan from EDG. The anti, we've seen a lot of teams try to beat Lev.
Tapi bagus
And they
aja
struggle
setupnya,
a ton on the A side of the
webcamnya di
map.
pojok.
We've seen
Iya.
most teams, they know that they can get the plant down on A.
Ini
So they
webcam
go
gue
into
sampai
A,
mau keluar
and they end
jendela.
up playing in these post-plant situations that Lev are mega comfortable with. Instead, EDG are going up ramp and dominating heaven, which takes away any opportunity for Lev to play their classic retakes, where they're fast down ramp. EDG dominate that space. Kankang bulldozing his way through and setting up on much more aggressive
Aduh,
angles.
mampet, Cok.
It's a beautiful idea. They look very prepared for
Tidur
what is
lagi,
Lev's map pick.
tidur lagi
And
Kap,
an
mau menang Kap, belum menang ini.
successful map for Lev.
Kapan tidur menang ini?
The desk was saying, if EDG can push things towards map 4 and 5,
Kap bangun dong, Leviathan.
experience, scrappiness,
Leviathan losing gak ada
it could
lu.
start to push things more and more in favor of the Chinese team, who's won a trophy before.
Faces on. Lev currently on that stage, playing like they've realized for the first time exactly where they're playing. Seeing the same smiles, the same energy.
Well, it's also the first time we've seen them struggle strategically.
Yeah.
Anjing beneran mau keluar jendela.
It was this B exec that first posed the
Mana
problem.
lihat?
And since then, EDG have actually shown a lot of other stuff that's worked nicely. The fakes from nobody, that A-Heaven exec, and now Kang with the op.
Itu pakai apa sih? Biar
Looking
disambungin
to try to get a punish on Neon as he goes for that jiggle peek at default.
Kok dia bisa gonta-ganti gitu
But at some
sebelum
point here, as the timer ticks
Okay,
down,
really?
we see that Neon isn't wanting to give this peek away. They're going to have to go for the exec.
Berarti di set itu
And surely
web
Kang
1,
is
web
going
2,
to
web
pass the
3.
op over to somebody else.
It's a good setup though from Lev.
The OBS.
Sato, slide off angle, the pathing here from the satchel forwards. Neon, suddenly got a bulldog yet still.
Itu kan 12 tuh bisa beberapa scene gitu bikin.
Here it is, Chichu fast onto the timing, just all the way up through mid, but that's going to be heard.
Kap belum menang EDG Cup, jangan bangun dulu Kap.
It's a well-laid trap at EDG.
Dikit lagi,
They
dua
walk
lagi.
straight into it.
It's an absolute
Nanti gua
own
bangun.
goal
Karena
from
EDG
EDG.
menang, Jir.
They've just done an exec with Kang opping, dashing over towards new box, or new stand, sorry. And there's no way of recovering this 2v5.
Aduh, sakit
Jenny.
perut gue ini.
Smoke propped up. Something to play around.
Kebanyakan makan.
Potential to pull these players out into the open with Spike watching that angle. Nobody's already realized it. It's the little victories that you're playing for in a round like this.
10 seconds left.
EDG, even domestically, do struggle on anti-ecos. And we've seen a lot of thrifties. Not all of them for Lev. There've been plenty on both sides. But this one, I think, is extremely avoidable. They did not have to play the
Orang
round
tadi
like
keren
this.
anjir.
When they realized that they weren't being given a pick over towards B main.
Dia
It's
beli
pretty
akun.
simple to just pass your operator over to somebody
Siapa?
else at the back of the pack.
Itu tadi
Tadi.
juga
That as well, just rushing into the B
Dia beli
exec.
akun follow.
yang maininnya orang.
Difference maker being Spike sat on
Terus ngapain beli ini?
full focus onto main. Because King he had that pit up
Lucu.
the entire time.
Dia mana pengen punya akun aja berarti.
Iya, yang sering mainin itu orang. Keren kan?
It's the pressure around the map
Oh
that's actually
kaget
worked
anjir,
for
orang
nobody's
kayak
corner.
gabut.
Slower rounds, where you just let Lev have all the information, are going to be a disaster. And
Terus
EDG
yang lebih
can't
keren
afford
lagi
to
dia
let
main
opportunities
Valo
slip. They were in
pakai TV
control
Cup.
of this game up until
Pakai TV.
that anti-eco that they failed.
They still are 2 rounds ahead.
Jadi monitor
This is
gitu.
nice though. Again, they take
Iya.
B main, they put the pressure as if they're
Apa
going
dia
to go
main
for the
di
B pop.
PS?
And it's such
Dia main di laptop.
an extremely difficult thing to stop with those double duelists that Lev
Terus
have to
laptopnya
respect it,
disambungin
have
ke
to pull
TV.
bodies over towards B.
Iya,
That means
kan
that
bisa.
Blows
The hell?
comes off his normal position.
The hell,
A
tapi nggak
gets a
TV
little
juga
weaker.
nggak sih?
EDG though
Dia
have been
kalau
missing the
main
timings a bit.
pakainya
They've
Wailai.
had about 20
Wailai.
seconds here to get over towards A.
Okay.
And instead nobody's
Gokil
calling
sih itu. Gila
Pakai
Wailainya.
TV pakai
fake
Wailai.
afterwards. Like he's going to make it feel like it's ending A, but the spike's heading towards B.
They might not have liked that the Haunt. I don't know. The Haunt really didn't clear much over towards A heaven.
Well, here comes a Prowler. I think nobody wants to be seen by this to make it feel like it's going A.
Sits. Trailblazer now going to be used with the wall up on top of it. Just trying to pull players.
Apa bangun Leviathan
towards this
nambah
A
poin
side,
anjing
but
1.
Reinforcement's still here. Is Smokey going to
Bangun
play
dong,
for the
Kak,
orb?
biar
He
Lev
is.
menang.
Showstopper online.
Now it's going to be ready and waiting.
Iya,
Just for one
biasa
Sassano
sih.
to play for.
Capek
A deep
banget
dash
nontonnya.
into it, but that rocket is going wide to the back wall. And King, Neon, they combine their might once more.
Aduh, aduh,
Sato,
aduh.
who will go
Aduh.
down, but an instant pivot TP. Hold on, evacuation.
He doesn't want it to get cancelled. He's worried about
Kenapa
blows.
sih?
Yeah, didn't know if he was still going to be
Bangsat
anchoring over towards that spot, but it goes both ways. Neon has an ult of his own, reinforcing over towards the A side. 13 seconds remaining. This could be it. Playing spoiler and more.
Ayo bang.
Spike picked up, immediately reclaimed, but nobody's going to be under all that pressure.
Aduh.
They know the win cons. They're going to run him down and deny the
Menang deh,
chance
menang deh, Liv.
for EDG to
Gila,
get
menang, Liv.
anything more.
Dia nggak jadi.
It's a wild round called there by nobody. Overcooked.
Gue udah mendoakan EDG menang nih.
He had a brilliant fake play set up a few rounds
Oten.
back.
Oke.
But this one, they lost control entirely. Missed their timing to go back
Kayaknya emang
into
sengaja
A.
deh ini diginiin mainnya.
Over-anticipated how many players would get pulled off. The thing is, Lev are never going to stack bodies on A, thinking that it's going in that direction because they're happy to play retake. They will stack
Tineran
bodies
suka gitu
B on
aja,
their
kayak
defense side,
pura-culun,
but they're not going to
pura-culun,
pull
tahu-tahu
defensive players
dia
off the
comeback.
B site very often. I think that round demonstrates a bit of a misunderstanding of how Lev approached their defense side. And so Autumn's going to hit the timeout.
Gak dulu deh.
The brain trust pulled over from T1. Now tasked to keep EDG ahead. Two rounds in a row that Lev have just picked up. When it looked like all the momentum was in favor of the attackers. They've also lost the economy.
Yeah, it's going to be tough going, isn't it? From this point on, they could force up potentially, but it won't be ideal.
In order to push things to fracture, the coaching staff is going to have to come up with an answer here. The B exec was potent, but Lev figured out an answer for it. More bodies on that side of the map. EDG's A heaven, it was such a nice strategic response. But it seems like they've forgotten all about that.
And no longer relying on it, leaning into it. Again, all eyes set towards this B site. Now, Lev are assuming that there's a level of conditioning here.
Nanti grand final 3 match juga ya?
Players, but a hit a util.
Final.
Here and there. With Cloudburst already forwards. It does pull out the paranoia. The molly going to be used to reciprocate. Sato just wants to stun them, stop them in their tracks. That is a lovely entry. Smoggy's all the way forwards. Matters not. There's plenty more bodies where that came from right there behind
Final 3 match cup.
Transfer can't be hit in time.
Final 3 match.
King.
BO5. BO5. BO5 tuh nyari 3 baru menang.
24 kills. An immovable object. An invisible object as well, by the way, the EDG started moving forwards there. But look at the adjustment. Lev have done such a good job adapting to the way the EDG want to pop into B. Neon, instead of TPing out, TP's deeper. Sato's there now for a molly on the choke. You have to get through the molly, you have to get through the snake bite. The paranoia. But surely this is the round that Autumn had crafted a plan for. They fake as if it's B control. They pull bodies away from A. And now are they going to try to hit the time? This is the moment where nobody has been hesitant before.
Cowok emang gitu ya.
11 to 11. It's your entire tournament on the line here for EDG. Seekers sets a path forwards.
Ketarik cok, Kangkang.
Slingshots Kangkang all the way back. Spike is all the way in forwards, but again the rifle aim blows. It's straight on top of it.
Wah kalah sih gini. 3-0 kayaknya nih.
And with the reinforcements again, they slam the door shut. Leviousa barreled back into this game.
Sato sampai udah nggak mau berdiri ya, lock in dia anjir.
They knew what was coming. Spike even missed Kangkang in the midst of all of that, hunting it
berdiri deh.
inside the cloudburst with a shorty. But EDG look out of answers. 4 in a row for Lev.
Gak ada duit lagi.
Money
mereka
is all over
habis
the place.
anjir.
But EDG have to pull it together. They have to drag it to OT. If they want a chance to survive in this tournament, if they want a chance to go all the way.
There.
Viatan. Steady nerve being held by this squad. The difference in terms of the defense and the setup. Neon, normally happy to play towards Pillar.
He can't be cleared by a Trailblazer. Nobody's using that one up through mid. Just trying to fake that it's not going to be a B-pop.
Immediately breaking it now, but Utah's going to be flying up towards it. This is an all-in attempt!
This is the end!
Kaget gua kapan aja.
This is the end!
Wrong!
Nice.
Frantic is the energy.
Masih bisa nggak sih? Masih bisa nggak sih? Ayo. Jenny.
The call for the pause. The calm before the storm.
Anjing deg-degan.
Men. GG bro, 3-0 anjing. Bro, belum jam 11 sudah kelar ini, Cok.
GG.
Anjing. 3 map doang anjing. Kelihatan. Anjing.
It's an uncrowned king that is coming for a
mereka love language-nya physical touch banget.
All the way through the lowers. The sole last remaining representatives of America. And now with a chance
Ini cok, kata gue kemarin Kap, botak licin, Onur.
Iya kan udah gue bilang sama lu dia course-nya Leviathan, kan udah gue bilang.
Iya emang gue itu, dia sebotak licin itu.
Kesini berarti pulang nih EDG.
Anjir belum jam 11 udah kelar cowok. Belum jam 11 udah kelar cowok, tapak. Real cowok, kangkang jadi kangkung anjir. Oke besok guys ya, besok final. Sekalian show match map baru.
Yes. Kegiatan lawan apa guys? PRX.
PRX besok.
Lalu itunya kapan Kap? Lawan apa? Lawan apa?
Filipina. Filipina sesudah tanggal 22 udah. Tapi setelah final itu gue udah dikasih early access. Udah bisa login akun early access ya.
Apaan jadi Filipin Jer?
Indo lawan kreator Filipin. Filipina, iya Filipin. Itu apa tuh? Itu dia tuh, EDG keren juga tuh.
Anjing bagus. Cakep ya. Itu punya siapa sih di EDG ya?
Iya. Now you're in the grand final on the main team. How does it feel?
Então, você começou na Academy, mas agora tá aqui na grande finais do Master 2 de Londres. Como você tá se sentindo?
Mano, desde o começo na Academy eu sempre sabia que era um time muito bom na Academy, que a gente só iria evoluir. E agora que a gente subiu pro Tier 1, a gente com esse time eu sempre fui muito feliz, sempre sabia que seria uma oportunidade muito boa de estar aqui. E eu sempre soube o nosso potencial de poder estar aqui.
Since back from I knew that this team had a potential. I was really happy that we could get to Tier 1 all together.
Masih tutup nih stage di sana.
I knew the potential that we have, so I'm really happy to be here with
Garda
them.
terdepan, Cok.
We did see that EDG were fighting back against you on split. The map could have gone their way. Was it a case of nerves for your team?
Então, a gente viu que a EDG tava lutando.
Kira aku nanya kamu dari mana? Aku nanya kok udah baru muncul lagi, tidur kah?
pouco de nervosismo para
Gimana?
Kayak di Cina ini kayak
Mano, eu acho
bukan
que
di
eles
London,
começaram a
Cok.
jogar
Orang-orang.
muito melhor depois do começo do split, começaram a se adaptar bem. E
Jujur,
acho
kenapa
que na defesa a
penontonnya
gente
tuh
começou a ficar
rata-rata
pouco
Cina?
ansiedade de fechar o mapa, mas depois a gente conseguiu acalmar e conseguiu fechar o mapa.
Game Cina nggak sih?
First, like they started
Banyak
to
Cina
be
ya,
a little bit
yang
like
mainnya.
here and there, but
Iya.
then they improved it a lot. And now in the
Bobo.
defense we were
Aku juga
lacking a
bobo
little bit.
ngantuk.
So
Cina,
we just
Korea,
like
ke
sat
Shanghai.
down, like
Dan
resetted, and
Shanghai.
we were able to close the map.
Cina
There's
juga
not
dong
much
Shanghai.
time before the grand final against PRX tomorrow. When the nerves are being felt tomorrow, when you're on that stage, how do you stick together as a team and raise that trophy?
Então não tem muito tempo até a grande final amanhã
Ya
contra
guys,
a
nggak ngerti aku ngomong apa guys. Dah, kita
Leviathan
off
tuh
dulu ya.
Argentina.
Thank you ya semuanya udah nonton. Anjir, kita stream berapa jam ini? Cuman 2 jam, Cok. Kelar anjing.
Mano, eu acho que a gente já teve uma boa run nesse campeonato inteiro. A
Sabe,
gente já
mapa,
tem acho que bastante
anjir.
experiência jogando nesse stage. E eu acho que amanhã a gente vai
Waring.
lidar só como se fosse mais um jogo e ver se a gente pode sair com o troféu.
Bye-bye guys. Sampai jumpa besok di final.
So far up to
See
here,
you soon.
so tomorrow
See you,
we're
see you.
just gonna treat as another game and see